Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next session of the Mariguard Mercenaries. Before we get into it, let's go ahead and give a player an opportunity for a point of inspiration by recapping our previous session. Emily's waving her hand, but I'm going to offer it to anyone at the table.
Does
Uh,
anyone else? I have
Well,
notes, but
we
anyone
did
else can
stuff. No, you went and
We
watched the
definitely did
module.
stuff.
Yes, yes.
all right, Emily, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, so after our big spider fight, we took the spider carcasses to the beach so we could feed the crabs. Hopefully, the crabs don't get angry with us and try to eat our captain and crew. Then we turned directly back around to go to Hidden as we were tasked to do. On the way, we passed a hut of probably like some sort of herbalist that Sylvie was like really insistent was actually a hag. I think because she's a little traumatized by the fact that we found like definitely we just fought a hag that like ate a baby and stuff. But other folks were kind of skeptical. Be like, not everybody is a hag, Sylvie. So Doll was gonna go to Scout alone, but Ken hilariously like insisted on coming with him. There was an excellent exchange where Doll was like, "The vibe here is that we want to be quiet," and Ken was like, "I can be quiet," and then like sheepishly put his loot away. um, they managed to sneak up on the house, and there was like a big pot and a lot of herbs. And Doll reported on it, and Sylvie was like, "She's a hag. She's probably eating babies." And Doll was like, "She is a nice lady in the woods, and we're leaving her the fuck alone. Let's go." Um, so we kept traveling. Sylvie kind of grudgingly was like, "Fine, we'll leave her alone." Um, we traveled further and we kind of encountered this like boundary between ourselves and the Feywild, which Griffix in particular was kind of upset about because we were just there, and so we like ended up we found this waterfall that was going upside down, and then we ended up kind of like going down a different path. We found some strange trail marker arrows that were directing us into what felt like kind of an odd direction, and Scythe like kind of warned us to be on our guard. We eventually fell down a pit and got banged up, but I think the trail markers like led us down the pit. We got a little bit banged up, but otherwise we were mostly fine. Griffix used his like telekinetic mage hand powers to get a rope down to us and spring molded earth to make a little like ladder. We found Grief kind of shortly near the top of the pit. He joined us and confirmed that he told us that the herbalist person in the woods, she was a potion maker. Her name was Kiva, and not in fact a hag.
Still not
We
sure.
camped. Yeah, Sylvie was still skeptical. We camped for the night near a little stream that Penn sort of willed into existence. Um, and Sylvie lay down directly into it. We also got to talk to Grief and learned a little bit more about him. We learned that he kind of came here via a shipwreck. Well, we told him that we had been shipwrecked ourselves, and he didn't really seem to believe us about the Leviathan. Um, Grief also let slip this interesting piece of information about Kayla. We knew that Kayla was kind of the runner of the Copper Mask people, the runner of Hidden, and he kind of let slip that she thinks that we're here for Dura, and then immediately backpedals and was like, "Shouldn't have told you that." And so that's interesting and suspicious. He does jobs for Kayla sometimes, and it seems like he's like a runner and a seller of things. And he sometimes hear things that he shouldn't. And the name Dura was apparently among those things. So we said that we would not tell her any of that. Um, we found out also that he sometimes does errands for Calxworth, the wizard. But it seems like Calxworth and Kayla had some sort of falling out. Um, but couldn't really tell us more about that. He also confirmed for us that Gria is in fact a green dragon, and she thinks that this whole island is her lair. Hidden seems like it is protected by Norcath, who is this bronze dragon that kind of keeps this uneasy peace. Norcath seems to not like super like Hidden. He sees them as like a den of thieves and criminals, but also sort of like a necessary evil. So he kind of helps them to stick around. Grief also tells us that he's not really a criminal. He showed up here because he stowed away on a ship, um, and he like kind of ended up sort of fending for himself, making his own bow. This is why he's a ranger. And he basically like he doesn't really like people, but he does errands to kind of make a living. Then we took watches. Ken and Scythe on their watch had a really interesting conversation about like what kind of songs would Scythe sing. Um, and Scythe said that she would sing songs of the earth, but couldn't but she couldn't really hear the earth the way that she used to, and so it was this kind of like sad conversation. Griffix had a really interesting dream where he was on a battlement. We got some like interesting like backstory tidbits about Griffix from the things that he said, where he was on this battlement that had clearly seen better days, and he was referred to as like a watchman. And he kind of made a joke about how he's once a watchman, always a watchman. He's never really going to leave. This mysterious person with dark skin and black hair and glowing eyes was a person named that called herself Dusk, and said that Lady Firestone had highly recommended Griffix over something that he had done that was good, involving like Lady Firestone and her nephew. So it seems like maybe he had like done some favor or saved somebody's life or something like that. The Dusk offers him a deal, and says that like he is the kind of personality that she could use on his side, on her side, and kind of like talks about how about a couple of years ago the Demon King Nagora had sort of risen from the abyss, and there's like still some ripples of on the Shadowfell, which is where this entity is from. And she can deal with it mostly, but sometimes needs stewards to do things for her on the prime material. And so she basically offered him this deal that she could maybe help him and maybe also help him figure out who killed his family, but was kind of vague about that. So Griffix sort of accepted her deal in the short term, but it kind of remains to be seen whether he's going to actually take a level of Pact of the Genie Warlock, which he now can if he wishes to. But otherwise, she'll be kind of just a voice in his head. And she might direct him to do some stuff, and that's interesting. He also, very importantly, he asked Dusk if she could maybe get a message to Persh for us, which is great because that would mean that we wouldn't have to do the thing that Calcor wants us to do in sinking the ship. And so Dusk will theoretically maybe tell Persh that we've been shipwrecked in Holdrift. She also said mysteriously said that Bentley sends his regards. Unclear who that is. Griffix woke up kind of puzzled.
That's a friend of mine.
Uh, and we don't know yet. That's pretty cool. So Griffix woke up and was kind of puzzled and processing the stream, and ultimately ended up scaring away some bears from camp with his mage hand. During the last
Saving
watch,
Sylvie.
Saving Sylvie, yeah. During the last watch, Sylvie and Spring had to talk about Sylvie's origins, and she kind of like talked about how she wasn't always she was always a trident, but her dad wasn't always a trident, and that's part of why like Sylvie doesn't really like is sort of like really into the water now, and like it is sort of like, oh, we've kind of found out like, oh, she's never actually been on a ship before, she's never actually been around the water very much, and this is because her dad died on he was like a sailor that was used to be human and died in this kind of stupid way that he was like in the middle of a fight he kind of like fell down and like landed wrong and died, and Iridia sort of brought him back to life and gave him this new trident body, and this is where Sylvie comes from, and this is kind of why Sylvie is sort of devoted to Iridia, because she wouldn't be here without that second chance. Spring and Sylvie, as usual, kind of like connected for a minute and then sort of argued for a minute, where Spring was sort of like, oh, well, you could, there are whole like cultures of Tritons and stuff under the sea. You could like, you're a Triton. You could go there, you could spread your gospel or whatever. Like you could go there and you are the second chance. Spring seemed to like this idea that like Sylvie herself sort of was a second chance. And so they talked a little bit about that, and then they argued briefly about the gods, and Spring was kind of talking more about how like Ceresians sort of have to make it there's this culture of sort of making it on your own, because not everybody gets to be special and blessed, because that's kind of part of their sort of like issue with the gods.
It's
and
generational
sort of like
trauma.
generational distrust of the gods, and making it on your own. And so Sylvie also apologized to Spring for that moment a couple of sessions ago, when Sylvie, ironically, after they released that little baby courser that they found, that Spring was like, we could kill it and sell its like, make something of it, like its parts would be really useful. And Sylvie said that she didn't have any morals, and that kind of hurt Spring's feelings. And Spring sort of also had a moment of vulnerability where she was like, it kind of hurts my feelings that everyone assumes that I don't have any morality, when in fact I'm just being practical, and I'm just trying to prioritize what I need and what my family needs. Grief also offhandedly mentions that his parents died in an ice storm, which seemed to create some out of character ripples amongst the group. And then we packed up the next day. We kind of blurred through a couple of days of travel. I think we're a day out of Hidden. And then the dice gave us Mama Courser. There was a storm that was coming, and we successfully managed to stealth our way. We rolled some pretty high stealth rolls and kind of like stealthed away from the Courser the first time around. But then we kind of kept going, and we smelled blood, and we re-encountered the Courser, and it was snacking on a bear. And this time, when Ken and Doll kind of like crept up to it, an ill-timed natural one has led us into combat with this Courser.
From Doll, which was the
From Doll.
irony.
I was going to align that, but okay.
I couldn't
like
wait.
But yeah, so we enter combat with this Courser.
Okay.
I mean, or I guess we could try to
Allegedly, maybe it'll give us cookies.
We could talk to it, guys. Come
I
on.
was thinking about it, but I don't know
Sure.
if it would
I
understand.
don't think that's you
Speak
can't
with
talk
animals.
to
I don't
monstrosities.
give a care.
She's like,
Understood.
I don't give a fuck.
So, as it is storming and rainy, and Doll, you've just stumbled, the Courser has made eye contact with you.
Oh, she big.
Do we see? Do the rest of us see this, or are they far away from us? Are Doll and Ken kind of separated from the group? Are they out of our sight line?
It looks like they're only a couple.
So I've
paces ahead of
shown
us.
you on the map exactly the layout. You can
They're
see
just
them.
40 feet ahead of us.
And you can probably tell by maybe the sudden anxiety or tenseness, and then suddenly the of an angry Courser that it's
I
time
think it's seen us.
to roll initiative.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there
Hooray!
anything we can do before we roll initiative, or not? Or not so much.
I
Okay.
think
No.
it all happens at the same time.
This is happening.
that's fair.
So, Doll tripping, the Courser looks up and then immediately begins to charge. There's no surprise round. That is what happens when you fail stealth against.
Oh no! Who's that one from?
That's from
my
me.
initiative.
That's your dice.
I'm going to immediately spend that
Yeah.
inspiration that I just got and re-roll my initiative.
Okay.
14.
I also did not roll great on initiative. Wow, Ken in the lead.
He's
Not
worried
a
about
real
his
number.
What is this? He was like, "Oh, I could be quiet, I could be fast," and then he proved it again and again.
Yeah, okay. Doing it once is not proving it. Just like me slipping once doesn't mean I can't stealth.
You do it once and you're known for it.
Okay, I don't know why. 14. My initiative was 14. I don't know why I didn't roll.
What
it
is your
anyway.
dex?
My dex is
That
2.
must be what the chorus rolled.
What is your dex
My dex.
dex, like the score?
14. 14.
Thank you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
Great, the
Shit.
bard's going first. Good precedent.
I mean, I love that, honestly. Control spells are great.
He uses his action to play a lullaby.
It might be.
Don't do it, Ken.
Don't eat us, please.
Do what you want to do.
Sorry, let me grab. I need to grab up my spells. They're not very good in Foundry, so I wanted to.
That's funny.
Why isn't it playing this song?
Would a fog cloud be more useful on the courser or us? Just
Good
curious.
question.
Sylvie,
On
roll
the
a
Courser.
nature check.
Oh. I didn't think I was asking the group, but I'll take it from the DM. I rolled almost as good as I can roll. An 18.
An 18. You've heard stories. Coursers being born of the storm. Fog doesn't seem to inhibit their vision.
Oh, that's a really good thing to know. Holy shit, that would have been
can
a
I-
waste of a turn.
Okay, so he is actually like as soon as the courser looks up and
It roars at you. It is
Roars.
it is hostile.
He's like, oh shit, and he will immediately start singing a lullaby, which
Called it.
sounds a lot like Rockabye Baby.
Okay.
From
Are
the
you-
TikTok.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll 5d8.
So you're casting
At
sleep
third
on the
level.
courser.
At third level, yeah.
Okay. How many d8s is that?
5d8.
I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna do it, but I love the idea.
I wish you luck.
So that's not some great rolls.
It does not seem to have any effect on the courser.
Okay.
Boo.
I mean, that was only a max of 40.
It was a
Right,
cool
eight
idea.
times.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah.
great idea.
What do
It
you?
was a great
what's
idea.
the song?
It
was
sounds
Rockabye
a
Baby.
lot like Rockabye Baby. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We
Rockabye
need to pick it up
courser.
more, and then you can try again.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just seems like the courser doesn't even register if a magical effect occurred.
Rude.
Okay. Let me see if I have anything that is
That song kills in daycares, though.
a section. I do.
Slay.
Wait, how many
queen.
hit points do babies have?
1.
You could have put 22 babies to sleep right now.
Wow.
Damn it.
Well, I'm glad that we don't have 22.
Let the
babies.
babies hit the floor. Okay. Ken, it's still your turn. You have movement and a bonus action.
If it's charging, I'd
he-
move.
Ah,
Oh,
no,
shit.
Dad.
It would not be smart to go in front of Doll.
No, don't do that. Are you
Protect your
crazy?
son.
Don't do it, Dad.
he's gonna
Abandon
as soon
like you did before.
as the Rockabye Baby does not work out, he is gonna move back.
Okay. You have 30 feet of movement.
Oh, that's 40 feet. Sorry, hold on. There.
Oh, you have 35 feet of movement, so you can have
Okay.
Why is he so fast?
elf.
Gotta go fast.
I didn't know elves could.
Wood
had an
elves
extra
can.
5 feet.
Yeah, wood elves.
Oh.
Wood elves have an extra 5 feet of movement.
Noted. Gonna be a wood
Fleet
elf
of
in my next
foot.
life.
Fleet of foot, man.
Actually, sorry. Can I? I know I already moved. Can I?
This isn't chess. If it's a reasonable decision, what would you have done?
He's actually gonna go into the brush a little bit because he can do
That is difficult terrain, but sure.
He can do that one thing, the wood elf thing, where he like
Mask of the
lets
Wild. Mask of the Wild.
Yeah.
Is that
learning
an
a lot about
action
wood elves.
or a bonus action?
Yo,
it's
wood elves
just
are great.
you can attempt to hide even when you're only. I guess I don't know what hide is.
So
Hide will take an action.
hiding is an
Unless
action.
you're a rogue.
Unless, yeah.
Okay, never mind. So he
I
doesn't
mean, you
do
can
that
get
yet. But he's
prepared
in
to
the-
hide.
He's in the bushes.
You jump into the brush. Okay, got it. Next, doll. You're prone because you beefed it.
He slipped.
Oh, right.
Well, I guess I'll stand up, or just lay here and get trampled to death. I don't know. I
That
haven't
you
decided.
could either or. Both could be good.
I mean, like, Doll probably thinks about it for a second because that was really
Yeah,
annoying and
honestly.
embarrassing. He's like, oh, fuck it. Okay.
Maybe I
fine."
should just die.
He's like, listen, there are worse ways to go out. And then he's gonna fucking jump up. Oh god, then I've got
Okay, you have 15 feet of movement.
15 feet of movement. And because this thing looked at him, he is going to... He's just gonna go straight. Oh my god, it's like nothing. It's like no movement.
It's 3
whatever.
squares. Yeah.
You can bonus action dash though. You
I
actually
mean, I
have.
can. Yeah, I actually am gonna do that.
Okay, so you can move another 30.
Go right there. Wow. Just to kind of not be on a trajectory with the rest of the group, because that seems terrible. And then with my action, I mean, I guess I'll just shoot an arrow at it.
Okay, roll
Why
an
not?
attack.
Why not piss it off more?
Roll an attack.
That is a 25 to hit.
That hits. Yeah.
Probably will.
It's a dragon.
I don't get the
Hell
sneak
yeah.
attack, so it's 11.
11 points of damage.
That's my turn.
Okay.
Echo, so you know we can see the amount of health that it has.
Oh, alright, one moment.
I didn't.
Nope, I didn't even look.
Okay.
A lot of things
Alright.
to do, but none of them are useful, guys.
It is now Grief's turn.
Good.
Grief looks at the storming, at this courser raging, and he looks over at Doll and back at you guys, and he says, "What the fuck?" he's going to... What the fuck is he gonna do?
Doll's like, don't fucking start with me, man.
Hide, man.
Yeah, he'll dive into the brush and action hide.
He's not a rogue? Oh, he's a ranger.
He's a ranger.
Okay. His hide is not great. Yeah, he's on a 17. That's his action. The courser, having just been shot by an arrow by the one that it saw, is going to surge. Actually, hold on. So it roars at you, doll. And it moves 15 feet. All of you suddenly see the courser come into view. And you guys were not stealthed. I'm going to roll a decision. Because it's suddenly aware of a lot more meat on the field. Doll. Odds or evens?
Odds.
It's coming for you.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yep. It runs right up to you.
Hey, buddy. Fetch.
It's going to make a bite attack on you, doll.
Okay.
Oh,
AC 17. I'm sure it'll be fun.
Whoa.
There's a plus 10 to hit.
You have evasion next level, though.
That's
If I
that'll.
make it,
That's great. That's a 23 to hit you.
that definitely
Yeah,
hits.
I had a monk die the level before evasion. It was very depressing.
That's rude.
Doll, you take 33 points of piercing damage, and you are grappled.
Okay. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
do
god.
Uncanny dodge to half that.
You can.
Whoa.
That's
Okay.
To,
Guys.
what? 17? 17?
Half of 33 would be 16. We round down.
16. Okay. 16 damage, and I am grippered.
Yes. You can
Is
choose
that
to escape the grapple on your next turn by you spending an action to try and escape. You are restrained for the entire duration of the grapple, so your attacks are at disadvantage and attacks upon you are at advantage. The courser will... That's it. That's all it's going to do. It's holding...
Toy.
So you see it like looks over at the rest of you with doll in its mouth, and it's like showing its back to you.
Huh.
Spring.
Okay, Echo, I rolled pretty high on my courser check when we encountered these before. Do you want me to roll again? Do I have a sense of whether they're born of the storm? Do I have a sense of whether thunder does less to them?
Thunder and lightning both do reduce damage to them.
Got it. Okay, this Spring's whole build is around thunder damage.
Sorry.
That's okay. I have other stuff. She has other stuff to do. She's going to.
Oh, you also know it takes reduced damage from slashing attacks.
From slashing attacks.
You would know
Okay.
that.
I'm gonna call that out for everybody. I'm gonna say, okay, no thunder, no lightning, no slashing if you can help it. And I'm going to cast web on it. I'm gonna like a little like I feel like there's no way for this to not just literally be a web slinger for Spring. It's gonna be she's an artificer, so it's a little thing. It's a little Spider-Man. Doesn't go like this. It's like I think it's more like shoving her hand out. So she like wakes this thing up. She casts web at it. So I
Okay.
need a Dex 17.
Dex 17. I rolled a 19.
Shit. Okay, so it is not restrained. She curses. and
What is
she
how big is
bonus-
the radius of web? Because that ground is now
radius-
webbed.
The ground is now webbed around him.
Her.
Let's see, 20. Oh, her. Yes, that's right. She's Mama. 20-foot cube.
20
For
foot
the duration.
cube. Okay, so I'll just. Does that look okay?
Yep, that's perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so that didn't work. But she's like, try to restrain it. And then she will bonus action cast Sanct, because I can cast 2-level spells. Yes.
Over level 5, yeah.
So long as you have the
Five.
action economy, yes.
Cool. I will bonus action cast Sanctuary on Doll.
Oh shit.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Which
Artificer?
negates the advantage it has on doll, right?
No, that's not what
Oh,
Sanctuary
it's a
does.
wisdom to
It,
Yeah,
it's gonna be a
Sanctuary is a
wisdom
wisdom.
save
It will now
harm.
have to do a wisdom saving throw to attack doll next turn.
Mm.
Unless doll attacks it. But I imagine
I
that
wouldn't worry
doll is
about
probably
that.
going to try.
I think he's
I
more
would
worried
feel-
about getting out of its mouth.
Yeah, I feel like doll's going to probably break the grapple next turn, so we'll be fine.
Oh, with his -1 strength, we'll see.
I feel like
You can use acrobatics to escape a grapple. You
yeah,
do not have to use strength.
I feel like Sanctuary for
Thank you.
Spring, she kind of like I think it's something kind of close to like a maybe kind of like a grenade almost, and it sort of like creates this like little wire mesh that is designed to sort of like keep things out, but it's like harmless to doll on the inside.
Oh, what? The fuck?
That's sick.
Keep you safe.
Okay, thank you.
You just get out of it. Just get out of it, doll. You'll be fine. She's gonna move. She too will dive into the brush. She can't hide, but she will try to make it so it's harder to. She's 15 feet because it's difficult terrain.
Yep.
She'll go up.
Well,
here and try to,
okay. So this is just a big rock. That's not really difficult
Okay.
terrain. You could get farther in if you wanted to.
Cool.
You
I'm
could get
gonna
another
try
5 feet in.
Yeah, I'll go another 5 feet in then. Great. That's Spring.
Scythe. What do you
Uh,
do?
Scythe is gonna bonus action rage.
That's fair.
And then she is going to run 30 feet. Sorry, she's gonna run 40 feet because that's her speed.
Okay. The instant you get within 10 feet of the courser, it's going to release its held attack, and it's going to bash you with its tail. That's a natural 20.
How about it's not? How about we use an
Don't
inspo
waste
and-
your inspiration. I'm adamantite.
Oh, that's right. You have adamant.
Oh.
Okay, that's fair.
So just
You have
hit me,
adamantite.
baby.
You crit cancel. Crit cancel that shit.
Okay. So it doesn't crit, but I need a strength save.
Okay. I'm in the middle of something, Dad. Sorry. Great. Do I have advantage on this strength save because I'm raging?
I believe raging gives you advantage on strength saves.
Yeah, sorry. Dad is happening to me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, shit. Okay.
You are knocked back 20 feet, and you are prone.
Okay.
And you take...
That's rude.
Hold on, let me roll it. Yeah, where did they go? Okay. So, you take... 27 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
And you are prone.
Halved.
It is halved, so that's 13. You just feel all this, like, the teeth crush down on you, doll, when the courser whips around and its huge tail just slams into Scythe. And she gets basically knocked back like a toy, rolling over over end onto the ground 20
I
feet
was
back.
like, honestly, that was kind of sick.
Yeah, it was cool.
In the mouth of this thing.
Yeah.
Scythe is prone, but she still has her action
Mm-hmm.
because we didn't get that far.
Yeah, you ran up to it and got biffed backward.
So instead of lifting the glaive, she's going to pull up the rifle and fire from prone at the courser.
Okay.
Hmm.
It is a ranged attack. So you're not at... Well, you're not at disadvantage because it's a rifle. Just make the attack. Is that a revolving rifle? No, it's just a rifle. Okay,
It's a rifle.
that just misses. It does not jam.
Okay.
It's
Well-
wet. It's slippery to hold on to.
Yeah,
The shot just
yeah.
goes a little high. Also, everyone, you hear as this rifle shot cracks off into the distance. You're pretty sure everyone in their graves heard that.
Yeah, it was not quiet.
Next,
I was just-
Sylvie.
Okay. I've been going over everything I can possibly do. So, I'm really far away. Bonus action, Misty Step to get me 30 feet closer.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use half of the other remaining portion of my movement to get up to the damn thing.
Okay.
And then I am going to use... You said no slashing, right, Spring?
Yes, I said no slashing.
Alright, well, no halberd, then I use a spear to try to just jab this motherfucker, and if I hit, I'm gonna smite it. Please. Oh my god, that's terrible.
That does not hit.
That sure doesn't. Do I have 2 attacks?
If
Yes,
you're
I
above
do,
level
thank God.
5, yes.
Yes. Alright. I try again.
Understandably.
16!
16 hits.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so I'm using both arms, so it's a d8 plus 4, which is 10 for the base damage, and then smite at 2nd level, so 3d8. Hold on. To get that spell slot. 1, 2, 3. 23 on top
Okay.
of that. And I think that's all I can do. Movement, bonus action, action. That's it. She stabs it. There's a flash of holy light. And she says, "Drop him."
The courser like tilts its head, looking down at you, and it looks angry. Griffix.
Okay, with my bonus action, I'm gonna summon my Hound of Ill Omen, which is like a dire wolf with 6 hit points.
Right.
And
But it might eat an attack, which would be great.
Right. So sorry to put the onus on you on that one. But it's like it appears 5 feet away from me and can be as far as 120 feet.
How big is it?
from me. Normal dire wolf size.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh,
Pretty big.
A dire wolf is large, so there it is.
Good dog. The fur's the wrong color. It should be dark fur.
Can't help you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and I tell it, go on, attack. No, it's like charge. Attack the lizard. So, do I move it or do you move it?
I will move it. You tell me what to do with it.
if you can get it across from me, it can have advantage.
It will have a hard time because of the web.
Oh, that's true. Maybe it can jump.
Sorry.
Can it jump?
That's
I
okay.
can drop concentration on it at any point. It's a concentration spell.
Well, we can still get it to go through the center if he circles around to the right.
That's fine.
That's true.
So
It's got a lot of movement.
It didn't work, so why wouldn't you just drop it? Would be my question.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I forgot that I didn't know that it was
All it could
concentration. If it
possibly
didn't work,
Do now.
yeah,
is
I would
put that
immediately. I would have immediately dropped it. Sorry, I didn't realize that it was even
Okay.
still a thing.
I won't assume you've dropped concentration unless you tell me you have.
That's nice.
That makes a lot of sense, and I am sorry. I will know this for the future.
The shadowy wolf form surges across the battlefield and gets behind the courser.
Yay.
It has 6 hit points. Let me edit that.
Yeah, but it's a
And
bad bitch.
It's going to make an attack.
Don't gender it. We don't know.
What does it
Bad.
do when it's here?
Ewok.
What? I'm sorry. What does it do?
Is it making an
Fight?
attack? Is it just there to threaten?
Oh no! I tell it to attack.
Okay. I'm going to assume it has
Charge
direwolf
back.
stats.
Me too.
Okay, that'll do. Well, I rolled a natural 6
That's
for an
advantage.
11 to hit. Oh, it is. Thank you. That hits with a 24.
Woo.
Okay, so
Woo.
it takes 10 points of piercing damage.
Hell yeah!
And the courser must make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone. The courser has...
The little wolf is gonna make the.
I will. I'm reading the Hound of Ill Omen right now. It is a medium-sized, not large creature.
Oh.
It doesn't make
I
a
don't know
huge
if that
difference.
matters. Yeah.
Okay, the courser rolled a 23 on its strength save, so it doesn't get knocked over. But the direwolf has attacked it and done a little bit of damage. Is that your turn, or is there more?
Oh,
Jump.
yes, there's more. I've lost how to target creatures.
Don't worry
I,
about
like,
targeting. Just use your mouth.
I'm going to use, what is it? The spell is called Mind Sliver.
Okay, so
And
I believe that's a spell attack.
it's a spell attack, intelligence save 6.
Okay, I will roll an intelligence save. I think it doesn't have much of a chance. Yeah, I rolled an 11 minus 3.
Smart. Attack
You
against
mean
intelligence.
not smart?
Yes.
No.
And so that does 2d6 of, what's it?
Psychic
what is
damage?
it? Psychic
Psychic.
damage, yes. And also it has 1d4 on penalty of 1d4 to its next saving throw
Okay,
until the end of my next turn.
Hell
I
yeah.
figured that's something we're going to be doing.
noted.
Hell yeah. Very smart. Very smart.
And then that's my turn.
Okay, we're back to the top of the order. Ken.
Nice. Okay. He's going to look at the courser with the doll in its mouth and be like, "You careless, ugly mother. Where's your own baby?" That
Oh
is
no!
vicious
Wow.
mockery
Oh,
at that
Going for the
courser.
throat.
Wisdom save 14. on that.
I'm not your baby.
Wisdom save 14. I rolled a 17.
Okay.
I'm sorry, wait, it's a 1d4 penalty to that?
Oh,
First saving throw.
roll a d4.
I don't know if it makes a difference, but
If it rolls a 3, it
Will
fails.
on a 3 or 4. Yep.
What happened to the music? Foundry, why are you like this?
I ate it.
tense moment. You ate it? Oh shit.
Sorry.
Please no.
I'm hungry.
Do you want me to roll the d4?
Oh yeah, yeah. It is your creature.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Oh.
oh wait, I want to roll the 4.
Too late.
No, we did it.
That's a good one, though. I liked it.
I'm afraid your spell doesn't seem to have any effect.
Good call, though.
It's okay. We'll consider it.
This
Probably
courser seems
her
to have
mother.
unshakable confidence. Anything else on your turn,
In
Ken?
her parenting.
No, not at this time.
Okay. Doll,
Uh-huh.
you are in its mouth. You can choose to take an action to try and escape the restraint, or you can
Yeah.
do anything else on your turn. I don't care.
No. I'm gonna go ahead and try to escape since I have the sanctuary.
Okay, go ahead and roll acrobatics
Okay.
or athletics. It's up to
Come
you.
on, Rogue.
You know it's gonna be acrobatic.
I know that,
Natural
but you
20.
have the option.
Natural 20.
Five.
Hey.
I mean,
Okay.
it doesn't matter.
You spend your action and you slip out of the mouth of.
Let me go. And
Oh, you still do
since I-
have sanctuary. Hold on, let me.
Yeah, since I have sanctuary,
Here, I'll just use this.
Ooh.
That's fine.
I am charming. Since I have sanctuary, I'm gonna fucking risk it and run away.
Yes,
Okay.
that is exactly what Spring wanted.
Do I have full movement after that?
Yeah, you have you didn't land prone. You have your movement and your bonus action.
30. Well, you know. Yeah, why not? Ooh,
Okay.
there. And for a bonus action, do I have? Oh, I have 2 of them. Okay, and for a bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and drink a potion. Or you
Okay.
can do that, right?
Roll
Smart,
2d4 plus
smart.
2.
Yeah. Just
You have
'cause,
2 bonus
you know.
actions? That's rad.
No.
No. I have 2 potions. Sorry.
Oh, 2 potions. Okay.
2d4.
I think thieves get 2
Six,
bonus
7, 8, 9,
actions.
10.
You would think
yes,
that.
they do. Well, only to do certain things. They get 2 in Baldur's Gate, which is why it's insane.
Ow.
So I get.
So you heal for 8.
I was thinking-
It's 2d4 plus 2.
Okay, 8. Right, and that's my turn.
Okay. It's now Grief's turn. Seeing that we've chosen to fight the courser, Grief is going to make
Like, why?
an arrow attack.
Why didn't you
I have
run?
a lot of choice.
We did not.
Oh, it would have just chased us.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's real
okay,
fast.
that hits.
We're sitting our back.
Good job.
Okay, an arrow into the side of the courser. Doesn't seem to like that much. You just hear, can you hear Grief? Oh, shit. And he just runs a little deeper into the brush.
Ken will call back. Don't worry, we'll be fine.
You're fucking crazy! It's now the courser's turn. Sylvie. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Because the courser is going to make a trample.
Aw. Natural 19 for 25.
Yeah, you succeed.
Oh, yeah.
You take half damage. Does your Shadow Wolf get an attack of opportunity?
It does.
Do you
I
know?
read the spell.
Okay, go ahead.
The direwolf.
I will roll an attack for it. It hits.
The hound can take opportunity attacks, but only against its target.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it seems unimpressed by the shadowy wolf, but it's going to get bit in the ass by it. Okay. Sylvie,
Yeah.
you take 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
Halved.
That's
because
halved?
you
Oh, okay.
succeeded.
Jesus.
And it ends up here.
I had temp HP for some reason.
Okay. Scythe. It's going for a bite attack on you. Because you are prone.
But she's made of metal. How tasty could she be?
Do you think the courser understands?
Oh, that's true. Just gotta get this can off of my meat food.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
lots of people are wearing armor.
That is a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, you are bitten.
Chomp.
I will roll this one.
Whoa. Why were there so many die?
You are bitten for 41 points of piercing damage.
Halved.
Halved.
It does get halved because you are a barbarian raging, so you
Thank
take
fuck it, we're not
20
the
points of
barbarian.
piercing. And you are grappled. You are now in its mouth.
It's gonna have an
Got it.
upset tummy if it swallows.
Sylvie. As it
Yeah.
bites Scythe, it suddenly whips around and the tail woof, right
No.
towards your face. It's going to try and bash you.
Okay.
That's a natural 19
Oof.
for a 29 to hit. I assume that hits.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have to roll a 7 or below to miss me.
You take 26 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Ow. Oh. Natural 18 for a 27.
Yeah, you succeed. You are
Sylvie
not...
will not be moved.
You're not knocked back, but it hurt a lot.
Yeah, it did.
And that is the courser's turn. Spring.
Alright, Spring is too far away to actually
Nope,
come
not
over here,
ethereal.
which is probably good. She's gonna come up out of this brush. Is it difficult terrain here?
Yes.
You only get 10 feet? Okay, so she gets here. And she is going to bonus action. Sanctuary is going to drop on Doll and get recast on Scythe.
Okay.
Same little wire mesh. She wants to keep this thing. She's like, these things have big teeth. She wants to keep it out of their mouths. And then she's going to take a little pebble from the ground. And I think her catapult, I think, is kind of her signature spell because that's the thing that she's always building. Like, that's kind of like the thing she's always liked to build. So she's going to cast a catapult on it.
Okay. It
I
needs a
need-
dex save.
I need a dex save 17, please.
Natural fucking 20.
Oh
God
boy.
damn it.
You
Okay,
have,
so
I
it's
mean, you
gonna-
could always inspo it.
You could.
No, we're gonna need
Tell 'em to
that.
get fucked.
It only takes 6 points of bludgeoning.
It doesn't take any damage. Catapult to save or
Oh,
suck.
I thought catapult is saber suck. Okay, got it. Cool. Catapult to saber suck, so it doesn't. The little rocks don't affect it. Spring curses.
My apologies.
And that is all. She movement, bonus action, action. That's all she does.
Scythe.
Action.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Spring
Go,
still?
go ahead.
Scythe.
Go ahead, Scythe.
So
You can spend an action to try and escape the grapple, or you can do
Or I can
anything else.
break Sanctuary and attack it.
You could do that.
You could break
Break-
sanctuary attack. That's
Alright.
At disadvantage, so it'd be straight in its mouth.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna try to get out of the mouth.
Okay. Roll. It's either athletics or acrobatics.
It's athletics.
I figured, but I gotta give you the options.
Yeah.
That is a failure.
Rolling like
Oof.
shit.
You remain in its mouth. You still have a bonus action. That's it.
Yeah, I don't have. Let me see if I have anything that I can do usefully with a bonus action. 1 sec. I'm already raging, so. Yep. Nope. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Sylvie.
Sylvie, after being almost trampled and just barely getting out of the way and still taking some damage from it, she'll turn around, see it bite Scythe. She takes her spear and she starts jabbing at it again, and she just says, "Stop biting my friends!"
Melee attacks on hostile entities within 5 feet of me while I'm raging. You have advantage.
I have advantage from being across from you too, but hooray!
Okay. Well, you have advantage either way.
I'm gonna use my spear double-handed on you, son of a bitch. 21
That
to
hits.
hit, which is good because it beats the natural 1. Two-handed is... Oh, wait, hold on. I get to re-roll. I rolled a 2 and a 4. I get to re-roll. I have a Great Weapon Master. Or, sorry, Great Weapon Fighting, so I'm going to re-roll that too. I can't. I'm going to re-roll that 1. It doesn't say I have to take the lower. It just says you can re-roll 1 or 2 on a damage dice.
You only roll it once.
Aw.
Yeah.
Do I get the higher one or do I have to suck?
You get to choose.
Okay, well, I'm going to pick the higher one.
I figured.
So it's 8, and then I'm going to do a smite on top of that, because pay attention to me, damn it.
Okay.
I mean, it did hit me with its tail. So that's another spell slot for smite, and that's 2d8, because I'm at a second levels.
Okay.
Good smite roll. Okay, so 8 plus 13 is 21.
How's
Hold
it
on.
looking, Echo?
As of this moment, it
Oh.
is just bloodied.
I have 2 attacks.
You
I
do?
am a silly goofus.
You didn't think that was the only one you got, did you?
I accidentally I reloaded my page instead of doing what I wanted to do, so 1 second.
Oh, take your time.
And I'm going to stab it again. 2
Okay.
hands.
Yes.
Oh, I rolled bad.
It doesn't hit.
It doesn't hit. Okay. Cool.
Anything else in your turn?
No.
Okay, Griffix. This courser is just chewing on the metallic exoskeleton of Scythe, and it sounds horrible. You just of teeth scraping on iron. What do you do?
Well, I first direct the puppy power to continue attacking.
Okay, it runs up and will attempt to attack again. It hit last time.
It has advantage.
Oh, thank you for reminding me, because that was I missed. That was a miss. That was a natural 1.
Oh, buddy.
Aw.
He's doing his best.
So the better of the two, which was a 13, misses.
Okay. And then I think I'm just within 60 feet. Let's figure that out.
Yeah.
50, that's close enough. And then I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers, which
Ooh.
is, I think I am casting it at first level. And what's it? He has to make a Wisdom save dice check 16.
Is that what DC stands for?
Yeah.
I haven't known this whole time. I've been playing for years.
You've been this many days old.
I rolled...
a lot of days old.
Okay, I rolled a 15 total.
That's a fail.
I thought it stood for difficulty class.
Dice check.
What? does DC in D&D?
This is not the time. What happens to me?
I can look it up.
He takes damage and runs away from it.
Is this a fear effect?
Let's take it.
Is it
so
immune
that
to fear?
if it takes and must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far away speed the creature. Won't do anything stupid. Won't go into a pit, but on a successful save, the target takes half as much damage. And doesn't move away. It never mentions the word fear.
You're right.
It does not. Okay.
I guess it just doesn't like the noise. It's like, get away.
But it does say it doesn't do anything stupid. Hold on. Okay. It will run, but it can only move at half speed as it has scythe in its mouth. It's running straight over you, Sylvie. I need you to make another dex save.
Damn it.
I was afraid
Okay,
of this.
I rolled really good. 23.
Okay, you take half the damage.
Still hurts though. Ouch. Stop stepping on me.
Scythe, you are moved with it.
Do I get an opportunity attack before it steps on me?
You are not knocked prone, so yes.
I'll take the damage first though.
That's good. Hold on. Okay.
Roll bad.
You shouldn't have said that.
Oh no. Did you roll like max damage?
You take 31 points of bludgeoning damage, halved.
I have 33 hit points, guys. So that's 15.
Yes.
This thing is gonna kill me with its feet. It's not even gonna bite me. Okay, I guess I stab it as it runs
Go
by
ahead,
me.
yeah. The wolf
advantage
also
because-
will.
Scythe, rage.
Okay, the
RIP
wolf
something.
hits.
Oh, by the way, I also did 8 points of damage to the thing.
Thank you.
I rolled a 25 to hit it.
That
on
hits.
its drive-by stomping.
Okay. Roll the damage.
That's okay. I rolled 12 for the two-handed damage. Can I put a smite on an opportunity attack?
Yes.
Then I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Go ahead.
With another 2d8. Aw, I can't reroll that 3. It has to be 1 or 2, but that's fine. 10. So
Okay.
22. I'm doing a fuckload of damage to this thing.
The courser's getting hurt.
Die!
It's like you get
Oh
run over
my.
by a truck, but you stab the truck.
I've been
and it
hit
goes
by
forward.
a truck twice, and I've stabbed the truck twice.
Oh, does puppy gets to?
I
attack
made-
opportunity.
I already made it. And it hit. And it hurt the thing.
Hooray!
Yay.
And it really succeeded on its strength save. Okay.
Thanks
Any...
for making the roll anyway.
No worries. Griffix, any movement?
I kind of like where I am right now.
I figured
Yeah,
you would.
perfectly
Ken.
safe.
Hi, I have things to do.
Okay.
Please.
Can as Sylvie gets bowled over, he is very helpful in singing to Sylvie that don't worry, every little thing is gonna be all right. So he's gonna do some healing word.
I appreciate
there
it.
as a bonus action. Sorry, give me a second. That's my spells.
I bet
Decide what
Sylvie
level.
tastes like
Oh.
fish. If she
We're gonna
can
do it. We're gonna do it at second level, so 2d4 plus 3.
Woo.
And it's gonna give you 8 hit points back.
I'll take it.
And then he's going to then sing to Scythe, and just reminder, like, you're stronger than you were yesterday. You'll be stronger tomorrow, etc. She will have bardic inspiration for the next time she wants it, and then
With it- That's two bonus actions though.
Yeah, you can't
oh, it
bardically
is.
inspire.
Sorry, I realized that as soon as I. Okay, Sorry, he's gonna heal, and then he's going to insult the dragon again, and not dragon, the dinosaur.
Okay.
Uh, he's gonna be like, "Did you finally remember your kid?"
Okay.
Brutal.
Just going through the throat every time.
Of course, it doesn't
Oh, I
speak
don't know
common.
why-
It's like
It's a
I know
wisdom
you
save?
fucking shit.
It's 14, yeah.
Okay. It rolled.
DC of 14.
Okay, I rolled a natural 12 plus 2 for 14. So
Wow.
Oh,
it does succeed.
Courser is very firm in its belief of its parents' skills.
She's like, no,
You-
I know my worth.
You may need to attempt, perhaps.
You can't make me feel bad about myself.
You may need to attempt a different avenue of insult.
Guys, I really don't think it's the insults problem. Just throwing that out there.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
Outside of the game. No.
Doll,
Oh, hi, it's me again.
it is your turn.
Gosh, I really just don't want to be close to this thing
That's fair.
because it's hitting people with its tail and shit. So I'm gonna run away a little bit, and then I'm gonna shoot my bow at it.
Okay.
Pew pew pew.
That what
That's
your sound-
terrible.
What your bow sounds like.
17
Big no,
hits.
17. Okay, good. This time I do have sneak attack. Ah, and it's terrible too. 15 total.
Okay.
And with my bonus action, I'm gonna dash. Pew!
Okay.
Gotta go fast. Okay.
Okay. Hold on. No, god damn it.
Sorry,
I
I got excited.
and you're fine. I accidentally did a thing that I didn't mean to do. Okay. All right, we're good. Grief. From deep within the brush, he will take a shot with an arrow. And he misses. Okay. You just
Good job.
hear shit.
Relatable.
It's now the courser's turn.
Ooh, I hear Grief say shit, and I'm like, hey, I really didn't appreciate you calling out, flippin'. That happens to everybody.
So it does.
We're friends again.
The courser.
Hooray.
I need to read Sanctuary right now. Hold on. Okay.
If you just Google Sanctuary without 5e, it doesn't help.
It's true.
I bet it doesn't.
You ward a creature within range of it against an attack until the spell ends. The attack, basically, the creature has to make a DC 17 Wisdom save.
Okay. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell. This is not an attack. It's a situational feature the courser is allowed because Scythe is in its mouth.
I'm gonna fucking swallow her.
Yes.
Fuck. Man, I was hoping to specifically ward against exactly.
It is specifically not an attack. It is an
Okay.
action that is just allowed because it's in its mouth.
Okay.
So, Scythe, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
At
You got-
advantage, because
oh.
you're raging? Question
Yeah.
mark?
Yes.
It's fine.
Okay. I'm rolling the contest. Scythe, you are swallowed.
Oh shit, it is a strong motherfucker. I'll get her out.
Well, now that its mouth is free, and Scythe is out of view for the moment, I'm going to put you over here.
Okay.
But you're inside a courser. The courser
Very
moves up to
friendly.
you, Sylvie, and is going to bite you.
Oh fuck. Finish your food before you take another bite.
That's a 27 to hit you, Sylvie.
Yes.
I know. You take 33 points of piercing damage.
Huh?
Why would it be halved?
I'm unconscious.
You are unconscious, and as soon as it realizes you are unconscious, it lets you drop from its mouth.
Oh.
Because it
I'm not
has
too high
something
up,
in its
right?
stomach. You don't take fall damage.
Hooray.
And then it's going to charge.
I drop on the deck and flop like a fish.
Spring, this is not looking.
Let's see. It's going to try and trample the two of you
Oh, dude,
for a
that
tail
shit
attack on
sucks.
Doll. I need a dexterity
Wow.
save, some Spring and Ken. This
That's probably
courser
right.
is raging. The puncture wounds all over its lower body are bleeding all over the ground, and it is just like furiously raging at all of you.
Okay, but she started it.
That's fair. Spring, you. Oh, hold on. Jesus
Shouldn't
Christ.
start it.
Yeah. Dumb animal.
Ow.
Okay, so that's 8. 17.
Oh, Ken, you need to make a dex save.
Yeah, I did. It's
Oh,
12.
I just didn't see it.
That's
JK.
29 points of bludgeoning damage to you, Spring. And you are prone.
Okay.
Ken, dex save?
It was 12.
It was
Oh.
a 12. It
Then-
just didn't pop up.
No.
Then you also take 29 points of bludgeoning damage and are prone.
Oh god.
Doll,
Yep,
it is
hi.
making a tail attack on you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm glad that's okay. Natural 20.
No.
I have one inspiration, and I am going to use it to.
Not be
Make me roll
spattered.
again?
Well,
like
you're gonna hit
pancake
me no
batter.
matter what. So how about I just reduce it from a
A
from
crit.
a crit?
22
Yeah.
and 19.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna hit me either way.
Then I need a strength save from you.
Shit. Excuse me. Okay. Oof. That's an 11.
That is a failure.
Yep.
Like a
Whee!
badminton.
You
birdie.
are sent flying this way.
Okay.
You are prone.
Rude.
One moment. Where is the prone? There it is. And the courser still has 10 feet of movement, so it's going to trample you.
Oh my god.
That is the combo of the courser.
Welcome to the
You
Mack
also
truck
take
that is this bitch.
you also take 22 points of bludgeoning damage from the tail strike, and you are prone. I need you to make a dexterity save as it runs over and stomps
okay,
on you.
So it hit me with its tail, right? I saw
Yes.
that coming, so I can have that with
You
uncanny
you can
dodge.
absolutely have the damage from the tail strike.
Okay, so I'll take 11 bludgeoning. And
Okay.
Then,
Spring,
And
it
next-
moves out of your threat range. Even though you're prone, you can make an attack at disadvantage.
All right. I will.
I figured.
oh, are you kidding me? I rolled a 2?
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
The dice are
I'm the
not
worst
kind
rogue in the
today.
world.
Doll is not on his game today.
Yeah,
I mean, to
I
be
rolled
fair,
a
he is-
10.
He's
It's
being beat
hard
up
to
by
be
a
a-
dinosaur.
You rolled a 10 to hit, a 10 does not hit.
It's making a tail attack. Oh, it's a dex save. Okay, got it.
So I guess it's not within 5 feet of me, even
I
though
mean-
I'm raising
You,
it as
at the
well as
moment, do not count.
You're not a threat.
I'm not
to it.
threatening it because
Not
I'm
at
in-
all.
Okay.
Bite it from the inside. You should be biting it back.
You should bite it back. Yes.
I mean, I will. I was just asking because of the
Yeah.
Okay.
aspect thing. I was just.
I mean, I just used my inspiration.
It
so.
stomps on you for 23 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
Ow.
goodness. Yeah, that shit hurts. I took like 2 of those.
And finally, as it's used all of its movement,
Woof.
that is the end of the courser's turn.
God, put this bitch down.
A new entity enters the field.
Oh my god.
Great.
Baby.
No.
That was-
Running from the north side, an individual suddenly breaks through the tree line.
What's that?
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Who's that guy?
He
cool.
runs in, sees you all dealing with this. He holds out his hand towards the courser, and a glowing radiant orb just flies toward it as he casts Guiding Bolt. Yep.
Nice.
Hell
guy.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we need to clear
Oh,
it.
it's a-
Absolutely.
That's good. Thank you, Echo. Echo saw that we had no healers in this group, and he was like, "What is going on?"
I heal occasionally.
Okay. The
How
guiding
you're
bolt
Just
hits.
healed. I don't know what you're,
you're
talking about.
unconscious on the ground.
Yeah, I did my best.
No, this is an individual who heard a gunshot and came to investigate.
Yeah.
Hooray! I helped.
Thanks, Scythe.
Good job.
Okay. The attack hits for 18 points of radiant damage, and the next attack on the Courser has advantage. Spring!
Love that for me.
Kill it.
Yeah, I mean, this thing is bloody.
Oh, it is fucked up.
It's fucked up. Okay, I'm gonna bonus action defensive field for 6 temporary hit points.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll a wisdom saving throw for Spring because there's a dumb thing she can do and a smart thing she can do. And she's real worried. Okay, she's gonna do the smart thing. She is gonna cast catapult again at. Oh wait, no, she can't because it's a dex save. It won't help her with advantage. She's gonna do the dumb thing. She's gonna run up to the Courser and punch at it with advantage.
Oh, I mean, the next attack would also have advantage if she's not gonna.
Oh, you're no longer
Well,
prone, so you did. Okay, hang on.
I got it from prone. I remember it would have a dex save. It's a dex save. The fucking catapult is a dex save.
Yeah, no, I get
So
that.
she's gonna punch it. She's
But
gonna
Okay.
wouldn't
punch it.
benefit from the advantage.
That's what I mean.
Right, but
Go ahead and roll your punch at advantage.
go ahead. But all I was saying was that if you don't use the advantage, it doesn't go away. The next attack.
I know.
That's true, but she nat fucking 20 this.
But I'm at 20 twice
Woo!
with it.
Yeah, but
2
it's-
nat 20s!
Wow.
Holy shit!
Okay,
Punch this
roll your crit.
dinosaur into next week.
well, with your.
It's gonna be half damage
Spring
because
is
of
pissed.
thunder gauntlets.
Correct.
Yeah, Spring is fucking pissed.
So 17 points of thunder damage.
17 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
I-
Reduced to 8.
Reduced to 8.
But you do basically jump up and Superman boom, the thunder gauntlet into the head of the Courser. And while it probably felt very satisfying as the entire Courser reared back in surprise as you cleaned its clock, but it is still up.
Okay, this thing now has disadvantage on everyone but me. I'm
Okay.
going to use my clockwork amulet and punch it again for an auto hit.
Okay.
That time only 7 points of damage, so not very
So
much.
3.
3.
It adds up.
Okay.
It hopefully it adds up. And a bonus action defensive field did.
Hold on.
Um,
I need to make a couple con saves. It succeeds. It succeeds.
Scythe.
Okay.
Never mind.
Anything else in your turn, Spring?
nope.
That was
it has
movement.
disadvantage on everybody but me.
Okay. Scythe. You are currently restrained, swallowed, and you take some acid damage right now.
Fair enough.
You take 26 points of acid damage on the beginning of your turn. So
Okay.
you take that right now.
All right. I'm at 12 hit points.
Okay.
Got this. Kick its ass.
Can I attack from inside?
You can. It is at disadvantage, and it also immediately defeats the sanctuary, which at this point probably doesn't matter.
Yeah. I'm
Probably
being
is.
digested right now, so sanctuary is
Sanctuary
no longer.
didn't do the thing I
going
wanted it to
there.
in the first place.
So I'm going to recklessly attack from inside its stomach, so that it will be a straight roll
Okay. Go ahead.
instead of at disadvantage.
Not like it can bite you again.
I mean, I'm sure it can do something to me from inside its belly, but
Does it have
it's-
reduced slashing damage on the inside, or is that just an outside feature?
I mean, it is a magic weapon, so it's the best I'm going to be able to do. Oh, hello.
Nice. That is literally the best you're able to do.
That is the
That is
best you
literally
could do.
The best that I could possibly do. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
Wait, I think I have a special thing on crits. 1 second. Oh no,
You
I'm,
poke it in its esophagus.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, I do have. Anyway, that was nothing. I mean, I have Savage Attacker, but it's not gonna do anything.
Did you roll? You rolled a 2 for your damage.
Oh.
That's not good.
Wait.
Hold on.
hang on. Hang on, I get to reroll damage. I can once per turn when you roll damage for a melee weapon attack, you can roll the weapon damage dice and use either total. So I'm gonna roll that again.
Okay.
Okay, let's take
Okay,
that
so
6
that
to
went up
two.
to
20.
yeah, which it does still unfortunately take reduced slashing damage.
Yeah, it's okay. It was still pretty cool.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah, it is still up.
Okay, well I have another attack, so
Okay.
Kill it.
we're gonna
Kill
try
it from
one more
inside it.
time. Like,
That'd be
I'm
amazing.
basically trying to Hercules my way out of this goddamn thing.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Okay. It is still alive.
Okay. Well, I tried. I don't
Don't
have
worry,
a
I
useful
got
bonus
this.
action.
Sylvie.
What does that even look like from outside? Like the glaive is like flashing around inside the creature.
It is so, because the creature is so hardy against slashing attacks, its hide is so
Right.
thick.
So
Suddenly,
it basically
as the
looks like they're
courser,
thrashing. Yeah.
yeah, it literally looks like someone in a bag is like fighting against the edges of the bag.
Ew.
But it's the courser, yeah.
Yeah.
Horrendous image. Sylvie, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Yes, sir. Oops, 2d20. I don't.
Just
Just
one,
take the
please.
first one. I guess 19 was my first d20 roll. I
Okay,
don't know
you
why I rolled it
succeed
twice.
on a death saving throw. Griffix, you're up.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna start with puppy power.
The dire
Yeah.
wolf will run up.
Yes.
The direwolf's gonna get the killing blow. I know it.
No. Dire wolf rolled a 2. Okay. NT.
I thought I targeted myself. I don't know how to.
I
am I doing wrong?
cannot express. Don't worry about targeting.
I'm gonna move my character up.
Okay.
Or I would move my character up because the idea is I'm going to use dissonant whispers again, and
They will trample us. They will trample us.
not if I could somehow move my character, which I don't understand why
So-
I can't.
If you have in the top
Okay.
left. Okay.
There we
did it.
go.
You've succeeded.
Yay!
If it runs this way, it won't trample anyone.
It is currently in the same space as Doll. So any movement it takes
It
will
step
harm
on
Doll.
Okay.
You're so selfish, Frog.
I don't care. Step on him.
Is there any indication that the forest won't catch fire if I cast fire right now?
Oh no.
Okay.
We would all have to make dex saves.
It is
Fireball.
raining. Not if he puts it here.
Fireball is magical fire. It catches anything that is flammable, period, on fire.
Well,
That's
okay.
you
I cast
believe
dissonant whispers.
you believe okay.
DC save
16.
dice 16. Yes, wisdom. I'm
Roll the
it's a
5.
nice creature. Okay. And so let's start with the 3d6 damage.
Griffix,
12.
how do you want to do this?
As
Oh,
the
Make it
dark
great.
voices emanate from my hand, weave comes out and it catches the creature in its ears. Its arms suddenly get long enough that it can hold its ears and then go ah, and then it dies. And oh yeah, it goes patui twice as it spits out my friends in different directions.
Okay, only Scythe is within it, but yeah, it will hurl Scythe from its innards. Scythe, you are suddenly vomited out of the courser as it slumps over. Doll, you're in its space and it dies. I need you to make a dex save.
Oh no.
Oh my god. You said my name and then you cut out. Hang on.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as a courser is falling on you.
Yep. Ooh. Ron likes it. Sorry, you were cutting out because I had walked into a different room and my headset fucked up. I get that it's falling on me. What do I need to do?
A dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Are you kidding me? 14.
It's not bad. It's just falling on you. I mean,
It'll be great.
Okay. That's a failure.
oh,
You take 12 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are
Okay.
pinned.
I mean, I'm pinned anyway because I'm unconscious.
Oh,
oh,
Because I don't think I could uncanny dodge that if I'm prone.
roll.
That's up to Echo.
it's not an attack. So,
Okay, then I am unconscious.
all right. So
Wish.
Dahl falls unconscious as the courser slumps over onto you. Scythe, as you are spit out, you are no longer being digested. However, we're going to remain in initiative because we have 2 people who are unconscious. Griffix, that was your action and bonus action. You have movement.
No, I had moved to get to the spot that I was at.
He did.
Okay,
And I'm
then
pretty sure that was all my movement.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my turn's over.
Ken,
Okay.
you are prone.
Yeah.
You see Dahl get like squished underneath the falling courser,
You're fine.
and you see Sylvie is still unconscious up the road a little.
I have to look up something. Okay. So I can only do my healing as a bonus action, so I can only help one of you. We're gonna tell Sylvia to get up in a song. And we're going to do 3rd level healing word on her. And that will be 10 hit points to Sylvie.
Hooray.
Okay, Sylvie, you are now conscious.
What else could I do?
You're still prone, by the way, Ken. You're just lying there as you do all this.
At this point, he kind of like embraces it and kind of like kicks up his feet and like, you know, he,
Okay.
you know, where like you have the kind of like stretched out leg position where you know you got a little bend in it, but your legs are mostly stretched out. That's what he's doing now.
Okay.
And then he's like looking at Doll, trying to figure out like how are we gonna get this dinosaur off?
You're looking at the dinosaur on top of Doll.
yeah. Looking at Doll's
You
general direction where
do-
he would be under.
You don't think Dahl can be stabilized or healed until the corpse is no longer crushing him.
Yeah. That is what he's thinking. So he's gonna spend the rest of the time thinking.
That's fair. Dahl, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Okie dokie. How do I? Oh, here we go.
Is this your first time?
It's my first time trying through D&D Beyond.
I see.
I click this. Nope, that didn't do anything. Can I roll it? Oh,
Just
yeah.
a
Okay,
D20.
there we go.
Yeah.
That's a 6.
That's a failure.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
It's now Grief's turn.
He'll pull the dinosaur off of him.
Yeah, Grief will run out of the brush. Oh, fuck! Ah! He runs. That was all of his movement. He will, action dash near Dahl. He surveys the situation. We have to move this courser! That's
Yeah.
all Grief can do. Courser's dead. The stranger, what does he do? That's a good question. As he will move here, his full
Are we
movement.
still in initiative?
We are still in initiative
Yeah.
because
Someone's
Dahl is
dying.
currently dying.
Sylvie just watches him go, and she's like, "Who the fuck is that?"
He will action dash, run up to this side of the courser,
Sylvie been napping.
and he looks around at all of you and he says, "Someone help me lift this creature." And that's his turn. Spring.
Okay, so Echo, this is a
Sorry.
shenanigan. I have a repulsion shield that works as a reaction if I get hit by melee attack.
Yes.
And it pushes a creature 15 feet away. Can I instead hit it with my shield and repulse the creature 15 feet?
Up and then away.
Skyrim Ragdoll.
I understand what you're asking me. I'll let you try and tweak it to do that, but it will destroy the object.
It will destroy doll, or it will.
It will immediately kill
Whoa.
Doll. No, it'll destroy the shield that you are
Not
repulsing.
an object.
Oh,
Dead bodies are.
You are forcing the shield to repulse in a way it's not meant to. It's originally designed when it receives a blow to reflect the energy back. Instead, it's going to take that energy just from the shield itself. And it will work, but it will destroy the shield.
Maybe you could get
Okay.
somebody to weekend at Bernie's. We could throw an arm of the Corsair at the
yeah,
shield.
I think. I mean, Spring is also really strong, but she's also a little bit panicked right now. So I think the play here is Spring will kind of like tinker with her shield and force it against the courser and lose the shield to get this thing off of Doll.
Okay, in order to make this work, I need you to make basically a spell attack, spellcrafting check. The DC is
I will
15
make
to
a
make it do what you want it to do.
Hey.
Okie doke. That's a natural 12, 22.
The courser's body, as the stranger reached down to get beneath its hindquarters to help lift, you just and the entire courser's body is lifted up and thrust off of Doll, slamming into the ground in a strange, the head is
Almost
bent the
hitting
wrong way,
Griffix.
backwards.
Yeah.
And yeah, Griffix, it lands at your feet.
I
Doll,
can't. Go ahead. Sorry.
Doll, you suddenly you can suddenly breathe even though you're unconscious.
Hey.
I can't bonus action give anybody a potion, right?
No,
Okay.
Yeah.
you
Holy
can
inaction.
you can pass items to people, but to feed someone a potion is an action.
Cool. I'm gonna go here, set a potion down right next to Doll, and look up at Scythe.
You have this for later.
The visual
I
of
can't-
running
I
over
know,
and then
I understand.
feeding it to him, putting it down is very funny.
Scythe, you are up. You're no longer inside a courser. What do you do?
I'm gonna stand up. I'm assuming I was prone when I was vomited out of the thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
you were prone.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna go to Doll. I'm going to feed that potion to Doll.
Doll, you regain 10 hit points and are no longer unconscious.
Ugh.
And we can end initiative here.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever been digested before.
Well, technically, I don't think you were digested.
Mm. Is it like drowning, where it only matters? It counts as. Right?
Yeah, otherwise
you
it's
cut out. I don't
getting
know what you're
wet.
saying.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's like you can get partially digested, right? Still digested.
No.
Spring, you know it takes a courser about an hour to digest a person.
Look at all of the
I'll say that
acid
in a flat
burn on my
effect.
armor.
It takes a courser about an hour to digest somebody,
I'm
but
in a bit of pain.
I would prefer that you not get digested again.
It hurt.
But I don't think that she technically got. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm glad
It
you're not
truly-
digested.
It truly does not matter. Spring is gonna go over to Sylvie and kind of.
Sylvie's
offer
just
her.
laying on her back and looking at the
Hand up.
sky and just thinking about what brought her to this moment.
Hey,
Hey.
Ken is
Is
gonna
the
stand
fire
up
ring?
and bow to the stranger that helped them and introduce himself. He's gonna say, "Thank you for your kind intervention. My name is Kensiden. This
Of
is
the
my."
elves.
It's
This
rare
is
that I hear
my-
a gunshot and it's not scallywags from the town.
Oh yeah, we just got shipwrecked here a number of days ago, not even a week. May I ask who you are?
You can call me Norkev.
Norcav. It's a pleasure to meet you. As I said, my name is Kinsadan. The one that that was trapped there. His name is Doll. This is Sylvie over there.
Hey.
As Sylvie thinks about. This is our lovely Artificer Spring. Griffix.
Hey,
This is Grief here that lives within Hidden. Partly, at least some of the time. And then the gunshot that you heard is Scythe here. She shot the gun trying to, drive off the Corsair. Obviously, that did not work.
Driving off a courser is not the sort of thing the likes of us mortals could really handle on our own. But well done on fighting it off by yourselves. It looks as though you didn't actually need my help.
think
It
we
was
did.
very close there.
we still appreciate it. Thank
I
you.
differ. You get up in that.
What?
You are lagging, Emily.
What did you say?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's hard to understand.
Spring just said that she begs to differ because he got Sylvie back up.
Who got me back up? Did he get me back up?
No.
No, I think Ken did
That was
that.
I thought, no, he has to getting bolt. Sorry, that's my bad.
He sort
You're
of
right.
intervened, but Sylvie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought he had given a healing word. Sorry.
The stranger kind of nods to all of you and he says, "Well, you all seem to be right as rain now, so Paris be with you." And he just kind of nods to you all and he turns to go.
Do you not want some of the corpse? I mean, obviously we're not gonna take it all, and I've heard that it's valuable.
It wouldn't do me any good.
Okay.
And he
Well,
just basically is walking away.
Hi, guy.
Wow, rude. No, he doesn't actually say that. Ken does not say that. Sorry, that was me.
Okay, so what do you use? How does Ken react to him leaving?
Oh no, he just like waves off. He's like, okay, goodbye.
You hear Grief behind you say, "It's for the best."
Oh,
Hey, who is
why?
that guy? You know him?
Why? What's the
He said his name was
gossip about
Norcat,
that?
Yeah, that's his name.
which is the same name.
At least
Yes,
one of
I
you
know.
has a fucking head on their shoulders. Yeah, it's the same guy.
Thanks.
What guy?
Yeah.
Wait, what are we talking
Oh,
about?
I would have. Ken
It's
would
the
have
dragon.
remembered that. I don't remember
The
shit.
bronze dragon. The bronze dragon is the one that just helped us
Oh,
out.
sick.
Oh.
He didn't look like a dragon.
No.
They often
No,
don't.
they can be human sometimes. You've literally met. Okay.
I have like 7 concussions.
I think we need a short rest, and I would like
Mhm.
to see what we could get off of this corpse.
Me too.
What do you think it's in its stomach?
Not Scythe.
Acid.
Okay.
No, the specific thing that we're looking for is probably the lightning bit, right?
Yeah, the lightning bit and the skin can be useful. Can I roll nature on this thing to figure out, or whatever it would be? I think what would be nature?
I mean, it'd be survival to butcher it.
Yeah, but can I figure out like what's the stuff that's important? What's the stuff that's saleable?
Okay.
Scythe, do you want to take a quick check to make sure that you have all your pocket change and nothing fell out while you were in there? Like
Well,
maybe
they'll
your
get it
left,
after dissecting it.
your left elbow's still in there or something? No?
I appear to be mostly intact.
You notice that
Oh,
Scythe's,
wow.
like the sabatons and greaves that make up Scythe's legs, are remarkably shiny.
That's
A
bad.
little bit pitted in places. How long does your ghost dog last?
Let's check that out. Probably not too long. That's not that. We could just say I dismiss it now.
Okay.
Mhm.
When you dismiss it, everyone else sees the dark, shadowy form of the dog like run in a tight circle a few times and then seem to vanish. Griffix, you see the dog. Suddenly, there is the ethereal form of a shadowy woman with orange eyes, leading it with her hand in a tight circle until she tosses something with a smile, and the dog bounds after it, vanishing.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Spooky.
Give Dusk a quick, a little bit more than a wave, more a little bit of a salute.
She winks at you before disappearing.
Awesome. Yeah, her name was Dusk, right?
It was.
Yeah. Cool. And so that's a thing. Um. Wow. That's all I got.
Well, good news. You're the first people I've heard of to take on a courser and live, so that's good.
Eh, You too.
Oh, I didn't take. Are you kidding? I had no plan. I was hiding in that
He's
bush
in
and I
that
wasn't
bush.
moving for fucking life.
That's a plan, but okay.
Yeah,
So,
that's a plan.
Right.
guys, it's raining. Do we want to are we skinning this?
Yeah.
There's things we want from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's
Yeah,
making
we
the
do.
survival
Do you
check?
have a magical knife or edge of some kind?
I have a rapier of warning. I could try this.
You need
That is
something magic to
that's.
cut through its
You
hide.
need something.
That's
I mean,
warning.
I
We need
have
something.
this
Well-
magic glaive, but it's
Yeah,
kind of awkward at an angle. You
Here.
know.
Here, take my flame tongue rapier.
Oh.
Could light it up even.
No, that might hurt the.
Oh, I'm sorry. It might hurt the dinosaur. It might hurt the prophet.
No, it might hurt the leather, and make
Yeah.
it less valuable.
The prophet. Okay, figure it out then. Don't use my rapier. And Dal just lays down.
Oof.
I'm saying we can use it.
Is
Just
not a
don't light it
rapier
up.
of warning not magical enough?
You're laying in mud. It's that a rapier will be fine.
All right.
Okay, Kensidan is
okay.
gonna try.
All right.
For what it's
So
worth,
let's-
all Sylvia is also laying in the mud.
Okay. So survival check.
So, okay. The valuable parts, you guys like
Didn't we
spring.
work this out when there was a baby?
Yeah, spring. I had asked to roll for this, and then we blew past it.
Okay. So, spring, you can roll me a history or a nature check.
Okay.
I'd also allow arcana.
Oh, you'll allow Arcana. Shit, I'll roll Arcana. But I already rolled. Sorry. We'll go with the one that I rolled. Side 22 or 20.
Okay. The hide is the most valuable part of a courser. The hide itself is extremely tough. It's resistant to lightning. However, there is a gland near the base of the courser's skull. It is famous for a particular substance that isolates basically the nervous system of the courser from vibrations. It's what makes a courser so difficult to deal with in storms, and also what lets it see through mist and fog. It is thought to be extra planar, and it's very hard to safely acquire. It's a delicate gland, so whoever removes that, it's going to be a delicate medicine check. The hide is just a basic survival check.
Do
Yeah,
we
I
have
could
to do
do-
one for.
I could do medicine and survival checks pretty well.
I'm proficient in both those things.
Okay.
I mean, it's whoever.
What are your pluses?
5.
Oh, go for it then.
Here you go.
Okay, so survival for the hide, and then medicine check.
Is there any way for us to provide advantage? Can like Spring's knowledge of the anatomy or something be useful at all? I can definitely give you guidance both times.
I would allow advantage on assistance for the survival check, but the gland is a little bit like It would require an enhance ability. There's not enough
What
room
about
for somebody else.
inspiration?
Yeah, can you give me a bardic inspiration when I'm doing
Okay.
that?
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So-
don't have enhance ability right now.
Yeah, that's cool. So for the I'll do the survival first because it's easier, or lower.
Okay,
You
and
know
I'll
what I
give you
mean.
guidance. So add a d4 also.
So advantage plus d4
Yeah.
Yep.
because you're helping. Okay.
Plus a bardic, I think.
No, the
No,
bardic
this
I
is
want
for the gland.
The bardic is for the gland.
Sorry, I fail at life. This isn't the gland. This is the hide.
This is the
So
this is the
26
hide.
With a
the hide.
26, you successfully cut away and harvest unharmed 200 pounds of courser leather.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Okay,
Awesome.
and
and
then
then bardic
as-
inspiration for the medicine check. What's your bardic?
Yeah, hold on. I need a. Why can't I target myself? What's going on?
Oh shit. That's not. It does. It's not gonna matter.
Hold on. Why can't I target myself? What is going on with this game right now?
What are you doing, dude?
I can't move.
You might need a refresh.
I will
Well,
definitely give you info to reroll. Well, let's figure out what Ken is doing first, but I'm
Okay.
giving you guidance again, and also.
All right, and you'll give me an inspiration to reroll that.
I will totally.
because
Yeah, this
it-
is like Spring's. This is like Spring's whole thing.
Okay, the
Okay.
game's crashed on me. Cool.
So that's going to be the D4 from guidance. That's going to get it up to 19, and then whenever Ken can.
No, I hate this. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Something's going on with. Anyway, he's gonna move closer. As you go to surgically get this gland out, he's gonna get over his shoulder, and pull out his lyre, and he's gonna sing a song, saying, "Very careful, be very careful." As he
It's a very,
peers
very
over,
careful song.
Okay.
and +6 to that.
That makes the
So
total
that's
of
gonna be a
25.
25.
The DC was 25.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
You remove very carefully what
Yeah, be very careful.
Spring you recognize is called the seismokinetic cancellation gland. It's delicate and very small and looks like a little balloon.
Okay. Is there a way
I'm
that
holding this
can, is
tiny
there-
balloon in her big, forged hand and just like slow motion hold it out to Spring. Like,
Yeah, Spring will take it. Is there a way? Is there like a can I like wrap it in something delicately before we put it in the bag of holding? Like, is there a way to keep? Do I know about a way to keep it so it doesn't like get
put it in a
corrupted
water
or
skin.
it's delicate?
So it is a organic object. You imagine it likely needs to be kept cold to keep it fresh. That's what you got.
Can I magical tinker a bowl of colding?
Can
Anything I
you?
can do with as an artificer? I don't know. It
Read
doesn't, like,
magical
a bowl
tinkering.
of colding seems like a or prestidigitation might help us here. Sorry, guys, hold. I've never been an artificer before.
Oh, are you still using
Yeah,
your
you
shield?
can chill.
The
up
shield
to
is
1
destroyed.
cubic foot.
Shield
of-
is destroyed.
Yeah, but
None.
is it still on the ground somewhere?
The
It's
pieces
broken. It's
of it?
clearly.
It
Yeah,
is
see, I know
it
it's
is
pieces.
obliterated into little strips of metal of what remained of the shield. There's like it's just shrapnel now.
There's
No, I
nothing I
can't.
can use as mage hand as a rain barrier.
No way. It is not intact enough. You could pick it up, but it would just funnel all the water onto you, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I can't make it. Can anyone help me keep this cold?
I have an idea. Ken will strip off his studded leather shirt. And
He
then
said
he'll
cold, not hot.
What are we accomplishing here?
and then he'll wrap it around it, and then he will prestidigitation on the leather to make it cold for an hour.
Okay.
An hour? Okay. So we can
You
re-up
do
it
that.
every hour.
Yeah.
Now you're
Be
shirtless.
careful, be careful, it's delicate.
You know,
I'm gonna put
you
the
gotta give the
coarser
people what
leather.
they want.
I'm gonna put the coarser leather in the bag I'm holding.
So it's like you roll all of this up, and it's gross and untanned.
Yeah.
Yeah, do we need to tan it first, or
It'll last a few days as it is. It's not as delicate as the seismokinetic gland, but
right?
it's pretty gross.
I wonder if there's a way to sell this in hidden. It's probably smart to sell it as soon as possible.
There are
So I
trappers.
assume
Or get it
and-
stolen from us.
it's been
Yeah.
an hour they've been doing this for sure, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love some hit die.
You guys can roll a short rest while this is happening.
Do I get to? I mean,
Even those of us who are
I've
involved in
been
it?
working.
The people
And
who
those of us
are
are-
currently
Yeah, I think
doing the stuff cannot.
Yeah, no. Okay.
Yeah.
But Sylvie, Dahl, and Griffix, if they choose to, can take a short rest.
At the end of all of this, Spring will go over to Doll and say, "Look, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be short with you about your rapier. I just didn't."
It's fine. Don't talk to me right now, though.
Spring, whose shield was destroyed in the saving of Doll, kind of like lets her shoulders slump and just.
I was unconscious
Turns
for
away.
that.
I know you were. I know you were, Spring, but Spring knows.
Sylvie,
Yeah, she's
the
been
mid-
laying in the mud this whole time.
at one point while you're laying in the mud, you go to like wipe your face, and there's parchment in it.
In your
She
face?
wipes her face, and then realizes that there's parchment in her hand. Does it say anything?
Yeah. It says, smeared beneath the mud, Sylvie, I had a bizarre dream last night. As convincing as it was, I need to clarify a few things. 1. Are you currently shipwrecked on the island of Holdrift? 2. Why haven't you reported in if so? 3. What is the status of Silvermane? And 4. Is the mission a failure or is delivery still possible? Perch.
Why wasn't 5? Are you okay? Do you need hugs and kisses? Fucking. She takes out a
Percy's
pen.
one writing the note.
She takes a pen and she's trying to remember. Wait, is the description still there? It didn't go away.
It's still there. I can
Good.
post
Okay,
it for
so
you if you'd like.
1. Yes, please. I would. Because that she can read it and I can't. All right. 1. Are you currently shipwrecked on the island of Holdrift? She writes 1. Yes. 2. Why haven't you reported it in? The papers are probably at the bottom of the ocean. Crabs are looking.
Yes.
3.
Could you put down crab army
Sorry.
instead of just crab?
Crab
Crab
army
army.
is
Fine
looking.
figures,
Yes.
LOL.
3. What is the status of Silvermane? He's alive.
I hope you're writing this down instead of expecting me to remember this verbatim.
Okay. Yes. Bottom of ocean. Crab army is looking. 3.
Just out of curiosity, Silvermane.
He's the
That's
guy.
the merchant that
the-
hired you all.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, but
with the
he
captain.
is here with us on
Yes.
the island.
He's on the beach with the
Okay.
others.
I only remember Beaks.
Unless he's been
and
fed to
our
the
captain.
crabs while we
Those are
weren't looking.
truly the only people I remember.
Silvermane was the one who
Yeah.
had the Banasite that was stolen.
Yeah,
What did you say?
and so we do.
Mel? I couldn't hear.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I just said unless he's been fed to the crabs while we weren't looking.
And we do still have some Banasite. I don't know. I don't think it's all of it, but we do still have some.
We
Banasite.
don't. It's
I
at
thought
the
it was
bottom
like
of the
half
ocean.
or something.
It's
We-
not.
we
We,
saved-
buried some.
We
We
saved
saved
some.
more
We
than
saved it.
half, I think.
Oh, okay.
It
We
was
saved
like
more than
8 out
half.
of 12.
It is buried. It is buried in the sand.
Right. Okay. There's still some missing, but some of it we've got. All right.
Yeah. So like the livery is like half of a failure. You should tell him that we got
So far.
around.
I sent it. Okay. Sylvie writes
Oh.
1. Yes. 2. Bottom of ocean. Crab army is looking. 3. He's alive, safe, probably, with crew. 4. Most of the Banasite survived. Mission still possible. 5. Please send more paper.
There's a
Persh
long.
is just sitting there like,
Yeah, poor Persh.
He's used to this shit. Come on.
yeah.
He is, but also.
There's no response right away. So
It's probably just... So she's thinking she's hallucinating this. Guys, can you see this?
the parchment disappeared as soon as you.
It disappeared after you were finished.
That's how it works.
That's how transfusion paper works. Once the message is ready
Sylvie
to
just
go.
thinks I'm not going to tell them until I'm sure that I didn't hallucinate that. And she just
Okay.
gets up and like wanders over like, hey.
So the rest of us are just gonna sink a ship while you're busy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Wait, what's going on? What? Ugh, that looks like a nightmare. She points to like the eviscerated corpse.
Yeah, it's not good eating.
Most predators aren't.
I mean, it'll cut in a pinch, but it's gross and tough.
Are we like 20 minutes from hidden?
Yeah, it's right over that hill. We almost got there.
Well, shit. Can we go?
That's the
Sure.
plan. Waiting
I
on
don't know
y'all.
what your process is here.
Follow this road to hidden.
No, I meant the evisceration
Oh.
part.
It's
We've got the hide. We've got the balloon. We should go.
Let's go.
great. Grief turns and he begins to lead the rest of the way to hidden.
Sylvie's gonna just walk beside Scythe and kind of pat her on the back and give her her 5 remaining lay on hands because I used 25 of it on myself when I got it. She couldn't heal.
Sky, you didn't find any toes in that stomach. You made sure you had all your body parts, right?
Scythe is in the bathroom, but I'm pretty sure she would say, yes.
Right. I know. It doesn't.
The banter is quality.
I can hear Sal laughing in the bathroom, so I think she has her headset with her.
As you guys make your way to hidden, you crest the hills and you see nestled amongst the trees, as you're coming down the road, is this whole town that looks as though it's almost built into the jungle. It looks like it's made to be hidden. At a distance, you wouldn't really know what you're looking at, especially if you were out on the water. It would just look like more coastline. But as you're approaching, this is kind of a feeling of what the actual coast looks like. Grief says, all right, so I can lead you to the chieftain's tent, or you can fucking look around if you want. I know you have to parlay, but I don't think she was expecting you to get here this quick.
You could. I mean, we could. We have stuff to sell. We could do that before.
All right, I'll take you to the trappers. They'll probably have stuff to buy from you. And
Do you have like brothels here?
there is a brothel.
I was just curious.
It's a sailing
And also, if there's
port.
anywhere I can pick up a new shield, I would appreciate it.
Probably at the traders. We don't really have like a smith. We just have, trade. There's not a lot of iron on the island. What?
There's got to be a pub.
Of course there's a pub. That was the first building here.
Of course, it was.
Hey guys, I think we found the town.
Good eye.
That's a low perception roll. Oh, Scythe, did you hear that I gave you 5 hit points
Oh,
from
thank
Landman?
you. I did hear, but I
I wish I had more to give, but I was a hog.
Thanks.
Wink.
because I was. I mean, I'm still looking pretty well, honestly, but it's better than nothing.
You see, so like as you're making your way down the main stretch of Hidden, it's not really a main stretch. You're kind of this road that led off into the woods. it basically turns into a street that curves along what looks like a small dock. And then you see the dock seem to like pitch into an enormous cavern where you see that there are more docks that are almost like subterranean, like the water is cut away in that cove. And Grief points that out and he says, that's the smuggler's port. That's where all the big boats come in. Everything out here are just fishing boats. So, if you're looking for a ride off island, it'll be in there. There's nothing in
Good to know.
right now, because the copper mask handles all of it. But that's where I came in. And then he just leads the way down the street. He points to a building, and he says, that's the tavern. And you see there is a single, like, in the middle of the stairs that lead up into this very old, almost like driftwood-built tavern, there is a single wooden pole that, like, divides the stairs into two. And painted in kind of a lazy hand over the door, it says, the spoke of the helm. There's lots of noise coming from within that building. And then farther down, you see there are lots of these basically canvas-covered tents. And he says, that's the trade hub. That's where you'll probably find someone who will buy your shit. But the actual trappers, if you want to get rid of that hide, will be this way. So, Grief can lead you to wherever it is you're trying to go, or you guys can hit hidden however you want to. But you see that up near the Smuggler's Cove, there is an enormous... it's not a building. It's more like a big tent that you'd expect to be like a military tent. The sort of tent you'd see in the middle of like a field operations, but it's in the middle of town, right up near the cove. And he points and says, that's where your parlay will be.
I think trappers first makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we should try
Well,
to
the
get a
hide-
business in on.
Well, and
we
the
don't
skin
know.
is still fresh, so they're gonna want to treat it sooner than later, so that we don't.
I agree.
For reputation's sake, do we want to talk to and show the Corsair hide to every trapper that's here? So everybody in town knows, that the word goes around that, some people just, killed a Corsair?
You could, I guess. If you're trying to wave big dick energy around, there might be a way, but that's on
You
you.
really want all that attention?
Then we should, if we don't want all that attention, to parlay.
This
I
is
mean,
Just saying,
I-
we either lean into it or not.
I
Alright,
think
Just an idea.
I think I need to look less like I was swallowed by a dinosaur, if that's
Yeah.
our approach.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do
Me
you...
too.
He, like, looks at you and he says, do you just... Like, do we need to find a smith? Because there's, like, holes in you. I don't know what to do about
There
that.
are. I have some
Spring
tools.
lifts her eyebrows.
Oh, and we have spring.
Okay, so, to clarify,
Magical healing will work on me.
yes, you do not need a smith. Or,
I don't
like,
need a
mending
smith.
does not work on you. You specifically,
No,
like,
I'm-
healing and
I'm alive.
food.
You are an alive thing.
Yes.
I'm a live thing. Yeah.
It just doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well.
That's why I was looking for the tavern.
Ah.
Find some cake.
Well, that's right. Cake? You heal with cake?
Cake has surprising healing powers. No, I just like cake.
He likes me.
Grafe looks very confused, but then slowly nods and says, okay. Well, there's the tavern if you need it. And then he begins leading the way to the trappers. And as we do, how about this is a good moment for us to take a quick 5-minute break, get drinks, restroom, and we
Scythe,
will
are you going to the
pause.
tavern instead of the...
Trappers first.
Oh, okay.
I blessed that.
Sylvie will go
Reason
to the
hide.
tavern if Doll wants to.
Yeah, I don't want to go on this shopping.
All right.
Tavern.
When we get back from the break, we will handle all of this.
Sylvie wanted to.
So, first stop for you guys, as decided by, well, kind of a group decision slowly, was the trappers, yeah?
That's not true. Doll and Sylvie want to go to the tavern.
You can let them handle... Yeah, they can handle the actual stuff. That's fine.
It's just they're not going with them.
Okay, so we're
let's
splitting the
Split
party.
Mhm.
Okay, we will handle the trappers first.
Mm-hmm.
So, everyone heading to the trappers, following Grief. You see that there is a building that looks like it was once something else. It looks like it maybe was a stable. It has a very open, like, layout and lots of the evidence of structures removed from within. And instead you see all of these racks that are upright. And you see on a small posting, basically like a wooden clapboard set up on the side of the shop, it says Curthair Trappings. Anyone who's of the Mariguard Academy and went there as a student can roll a history check.
$17.
Spring. Okay, so you missed this particular detail. But Spring, you remember once you were loitering in the lobby, waiting for Persh to handle some paperwork or something, and you were looking at the portraits within the lobby of the various instructors. And you remember the ranger instructor was a half-orc woman by the name of Triss Curthair.
Okay.
And you see, within this small trapping shop, there is a half-orc man who's sitting on a log and currently tanning something. He has coal in one hand and a large bone knife in the other. He looks up and he says, "What can I do for you?"
We're wearing our Mariguard, like,
Uh-huh.
right? We have the colors on. I'm gonna say, hey, I'm Spring. This is Scythe. We're from the Mariguard. Any chance you're related to Triss?
He blinks and he says, "Yeah,
Great.
what you
She's real
need?"
competent. I bet you.
see
We
the
got
resemblance.
we got some hide to sell.
All right.
We
There's a-
didn't trap it. Is that a problem?
Spring just kind of looks at him.
Yeah, the half-orc, which I will post. This is what he looks like. That's not the right word. Why is it saying expert? Hang on.
He's a great
Foundry.
trapper.
He's a great
Wow.
trapper, apparently.
Is
He-
Triss also a half orc?
Yeah.
Yes. He, like, looks over at you and he says, "Well, I expect you didn't peel it off its back while it was running around."
No, we killed it.
Nope.
Show him the skin, huh?
Yep. I'm gonna take. We have, I think, 200 pounds.
It's maybe
Yeah,
I'm
it's
small.
not easy to take
I
out
mean,
of the
you're
bag.
big. You're strong
Yeah.
too, but you know, I'm big.
Yeah, we'll yank it.
We'll pull it out.
This is coarser hide.
Yep,
Fresh.
we got the gland too. Fresh. Killed it outside of town 20 minutes ago.
Huh. He, like,
Do not
looks
recommend
over.
being swallowed.
Yeah,
by
he
one.
looks over the three of you and he
Mariguard raises
says,
competent mercenaries.
"Okay.
It's here too.
Well, let me get a good look at it." And he stretches it out on this broad wooden table that's clearly made of, like, old decking, but it looks competently laid out. And as he lays over the hide, he begins going over it really very precisely. And it takes a good while. Finally, after what feels like maybe an eternity, but was actually like 5 minutes, he just kind of nods and he says, "All right. Let's see. I could probably give you 5 gold a pound."
What if we tanned it ourselves?
Don't.
Then I ain't
insult
gonna
him.
buy it from you.
Yeah, don't insult him. He's
I'm not
he's a-
insulting. I'm just
Yeah.
asking if he'd pay more for tanned hide. I'm just curious.
No offense, but I don't trust you. I don't know you. You don't go through the same process I do. Well,
What is your process?
I break it down using this crushed up coal, harden
It
it
seems
using a
very
banasite
interesting.
weave. And he like goes over the whole detail of like embedding it with sand, peeling off all the fibrous tissue. It sounds tedious.
How do you cure it? I thought they use urine of some kind. Do you use any
That's an
special...
option. I prefer to use coal.
Oh, interesting, interesting. Ken writes it down. He has...
Could I make a persuasion check to try and negotiate a higher price?
How? What do you say?
Well, it would be nice to get rid of it now, but I'm pretty sure we could get more when we get back to a bigger town for all this.
He kind of like hums. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. He says, well, go ahead then.
How do you get the Banacite out here?
We get shipments every once in a while. There's
Oh,
some
how often?
refineries up in here. How
There's a
often?
refinery
Just
for Banacite?
yeah.
It seems like a far out place to have that. Sorry, I'm just curious. It seems very far out of the way to have a Banacite refinery.
Just takes an alchemist with a bit of know-how and some seawater.
To refine the Banacite?
To get it out of the ocean. Yeah?
Oh, so you're actually mining for it here.
No.
I thought it was like you refined it from some crude... I don't know much about Banacite, obviously.
It comes from the seawater. The ocean's full of it.
Has he noticed like any increase lately? I've heard that, maybe there was like a rising level in the water.
Maybe, why don't you go talk to the alchemist if you have questions like that, because I don't keep track of his life, because I frankly don't give a fuck.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Alright.
You have any use for a seismokinetic cancellation gland, or is that something I should ask the alchemist? or
Oh,
whoever
that
officer
wouldn't do
about?
me any good.
That's what I
I'm just a
figured.
humble trader of hides and leathers.
Well, we need to talk to that alchemist anyways, it sounds like. Curious about a few things.
I trust you find him.
5
Hello,
gold.
Is
a pound.
that offer all right for you then?
We got about... I look at Scythe. Do you want to keep any of it for our own use later? What do you think?
I don't think so, no. Could be
Yeah,
useful for us, but the treating process is labor intensive. This man's clearly an expert.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to sell you
If you
some
will.
back if you need it.
Let's... I don't
How
know
long
how long
does
we're
it
going to be here.
take you to treat it?
3 days.
2 days. Okay, if we're still here, maybe we'll come by and purchase some back treated.
We can work something out.
In the meantime, 5 gold a pound. We got about 200 pounds here.
I got a scale. And he, like, reaches down and he begins... You hear the rustle of coin. And then he sets a large pouch right on top of the hide. And he says, there you are. Pleasure.
Good to do business. Anything you want us to tell Triss when we're back at the academy?
Tell her she still owes me 20 plat.
All right.
She's gonna be like, "Why did you mention my name?"
And almost immediately he pulls out another, like a different tool. It's almost like a brush, but with like hard bone teeth on it that he begins scraping along this coarser hide. He does not seem to be a man of many words.
Okay. How much is in that bag of platinum? Is
1,000
is it
gold.
1,000? 1,000 gold? Great.
It's not a small bag.
Yeah, I bet.
When you turn to leave,
Gross.
Grief says, yeah, I like him.
Me too.
Meanwhile,
Great.
sorry, go say again.
Go on. You
Okay.
had nothing.
Meanwhile, back at the tavern. Hold on. It's not.
It's just like my favorite tavern back home.
Oddly enough, and I don't know if you all know this, there's like only one good tavern splash art on the whole internet.
Really?
Yeah.
On the whole internet.
I believe it.
I've spent a long time looking for one that's just like generic, this is a tavern, and
Yeah.
there just
No.
aren't any. So, I don't know why.
I mean, this is a good one.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. So,
I mean, have you seen this lady?
No,
She's great.
I don't care about her.
Oh.
Boring. Boring blonde elf. Get it out of here.
Are you looking at the mustache bartender in the background then?
Yeah.
No, I like this girl.
Help with the loot.
A little redheaded serving maid. I bet she's fun.
as you enter the spoke of the helm, it is an old building. The floorboards creak with every step. The smell of old ale, clearly not entirely cleaned up over years, lingers, and it's not an unpleasant smell, but it's one that is very familiar, though this place clearly has seen decades of it.
Yeah, it's a nasty old pirate place. Okay, before we go in, I look at Sylvie. Please don't take this the wrong way. It's just been a shitty day. Can you just promise not to try and tell anybody in here about your fucking god, or ask them a bunch of rude questions about their personal life so we can just have a quiet time? Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
Thank you, Sylvie. And he
Um,
seems like really grateful.
Wow.
Do you want to sit at the bar? Or...
Sure, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
As you sit down at the bar, you are surprised to see a kind of gray-haired, very long-eared Harangon slide up the bar in front of you. Medium-sized Harangon. He looks at the two of you and he says, "Well, hey there, welcome to the Spoke of the Helm.
Cute. That's a good name. Hey.
What can I get you?"
Something that makes you forget bad times.
Whiskey, bourbon, rum.
Whiskey.
All right.
Whiskey, bourbon, rum. Got it.
Which
Yeah, how about-
which one?
I thought that was all one.
I could make it a one.
Yeah.
Oh, not for me, please.
I don't. Well, it won't taste great.
I'll just have a whiskey.
So he sets like a tall flute in front of Sylvie, and he passes a shot glass in front of you.
With Skirbum.
Thank you. I'm gonna need another one.
He puts another glass in front of you.
Hey, yeah, how much?
Well, for you, for just the whiskey, it's going to be a few silver. For you, for the cocktail. And he's like pouring the cocktail as he's talking.
Cocktail.
Not really. It's just gasoline.
Liquor.
Um,
Liquor on liquor. Ooh.
it takes a strange hue of, it kind of looks like really old beer by the time it's finally all poured. It doesn't look great. It smells strong. That's gonna be $1.50 for all three.
Okay. Yeah, I got it, Sylvie. Sorry for
Oh.
being rude right outside.
No, I kind of got the sense that you were feeling a type of way. It's fine.
I tip him 9 whole silver.
Good on you. He like tucks it behind the counter. I'll be around if you need anything else. And he
Thanks.
slides up the bar to somebody else. And you two, for the moment, at this bar, are left alone. Sylvie, if you drink that, I need a con save immediately.
She's drank before, and her dad died because he was a drunk. So she paces herself fairly well.
Okay. I need a con
Like I'll
save.
still roll, but yeah,
You have ordered a
Also,
very gross
she's
drink.
not dumping it back. 16.
Okay. It's not good. The rum is almost a little sour. The bourbon tastes like it's been in an open cask for a while. The whiskey's good, but everything else really kind of just smokes it out, and it's not a
I think-
pleasant flavor.
After she drinks some and sets the glass back on the counter, she'll look at Doll and just say, "You picked the right choice."
Yeah, I've been in some shitty taverns in my time. Whiskey's usually a safe choice.
Yep.
Usually.
Well,
How
next
how
time.
is that?
She
Is it
just
as
shakes
bad
her
as
head.
it looks?
So, we kind of got fucked up in that fight.
I mean, a little bit, yeah. It happens.
And
I've never fought a big fucking magic dinosaur before. Have you?
No, I really hope it's not a repeat.
Yeah, I'm a city boy. It's not really my thing.
I mean, so
Has
you've
Sylvie
always been kind of.
told- Oh,
I'm trying not to be personal. You don't ask me
you
not
can
to.
be a I just meant with strangers. I just don't want to get in another thing. Is all I'm saying. Like you're
Okay.
fine. You're fine when we're hanging out.
I just, I was wondering if there was more to how you were feeling besides being beat up by a dinosaur. I mean, I saw you you interact with Spring, and you kind of acted the way I normally act when I talk to Spring.
Oh, I'm not. Has Sylvie mentioned that Persh sent her has she said that? Okay. Just checking. I don't like being shipwrecked in the middle of fucking nowhere. And everywhere we go, it's like it's a fucking disaster. And we come through it, and I'm pretty used to that, just like things going real bad and just kind of getting out by the skin of your teeth. I don't know. It annoys me that I slipped. I guess.
Yeah. That did happen, but like,
Yeah, he looks like there's more, but he just kind of doesn't want to say it.
is there any way I can kind of like guess what direction the more might be? Like, does it have more pertaining to do with his biff, or is it
No,
completely
not.
unrelated?
It's not about his biff necessarily. It's
And Sylvie's pretty. She has a passive perception of a 19 and a passive insight of a 17. Like, she gets
that's
it.
pretty good. You can probably get the sense that he is a little annoyed by the way the fight went. The fight itself, not
Yeah.
he's annoyed by the way it started, sure,
Of
but
course,
also
yeah.
a little bit about the way it went.
I think Sylvie is gonna try to be tactful because, believe it or not, she does have a 20 charisma.
I believe it. She's alive.
and she'll just kind of, to get him to open up on that specific topic, she'll be like, "Man, maybe we should talk about like our tactics going
Yeah,
forward."
maybe we should. Maybe we just I don't
Like, how do you think that could have gone better?
know. I think we probably should have spent less time trying to put it to sleep or convince it. I don't know. When you've got something that's dangerous, but it's just one fucking thing, everybody just piles on it and you take it down.
I will admit that there was a very long part of me, or a part of me for a very long time wanted to. I was gonna command it to drop you or try to convince it to target only me, but
Yeah, I mean, I think
I
that
realized
people-
that it might work better just to hit it.
Yeah, especially something like that. I guess I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a dinosaur hunter. What the fuck do I know? Right? It'll be fine.
You realize the bartender has like slowly slid back up to the two of you, and he says, "Did I hear the two of you saying you fought a courser?
Yeah, we did. We killed it.
You killed a courser."
It was
Well,
not
I didn't kill it. It fell on
easy,
me. But yeah,
but it is dead, and we are not, so I consider it a win.
yeah. Hey, and then he raises his second shot. Drink to that shit.
Your next one's on the house.
Oh, thanks, man. Can you get her something that's not?
Yeah, this
Get
is
her a
awful.
whiskey?
You should have
No.
talked me out of this.
Hey,
Ah,
I assumed you
gonna
knew what you wanted.
Yeah, you're a
I
grown
don't know
woman.
shit. Write that
Also-
down.
Sylvie.
What do I call you
All
two
the-
years?
I go by Doll.
Doll.
Hmm.
Okay.
Sylvie.
Sylvie.
New Leaf.
Just a
New
nickname.
Leaf. All right. You can call me Whiskery Pete.
Whiskery Pete.
Pete. Like, that's good. I like
And
it.
this is what he looks like, by the way.
Oh, good. Oh,
Show
thank
us
you,
the
Heimdall.
Oh my god, he's so dapper.
Yeah, he looks like a professional. He's just a Herringon.
Dude. Oh wow. Hey, Heimdall.
Oh. Amazing.
You can't silence him, Sal.
As Whiskery Pete gives you more drinks and also gives you a proper shot of whiskey,
Hey.
we will hop back over to our, well, the tourists? No,
Rest of the party.
the rest of the party.
The commerce. The
yeah.
Chamber of Commerce.
So, you guys are making your way to the tavern, to the alchemist. Where are you going?
Well, the alchemist would be where we would go to sell the balloon. I mean,
Yes, I
Seismokinetic
really hate that I've
land.
called it that, and now that is just what it is.
no, it's the size of
Well, and I
seismokinetic
think-
land.
Ken, I think, also wanted to talk to the alchemist, so I think that's the next stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And are we going to like talk about the Banasite levels being higher in the water? Why would we talk about that?
He heard a rumor. Leave him alone.
Is that
He's
what's hap-
serious.
Okay. Alright. Never mind.
It's not a rumor. Is that a rumor that I know? Can I like roll history on
It's
that?
not.
Or
It
is
is-
that-
He made it
No,
up.
he made it
Oh,
up.
okay.
It's so you consider it for a moment, and you're like, no.
That's fine.
Because we dunked some Banasite in the water.
Right.
know?
He's trying to figure out if other people have noticed.
Ah, okay. I
know
understand.
that you guys think Ken is dumb, but he's trying to figure out if other people have noticed that there's an increased level of Banasite.
I don't think Ken is dumb. Not at all.
Oh, well, I was like, I don't want to tip people off to this. I'm more concerned about that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, he's not going to tell people that there's an increase. He's just going to say that he heard that there was.
Why don't you ask why there's a decrease?
Did
Get the same result.
Foundry just crash?
No?
No.
No.
I'm
No, it
seeing
did
that-
for me.
Then it'll probably crash for the rest of us in a second.
I'm going to pause the recording one moment. So you guys are making your way to the alchemist shop. Making your way. As you do, Grief is like kind of kicking his feet, being a little slow about it, and he's like, "You guys go in without me."
Anything we
Oh,
should know
and
about this
you-
alchemist?
Do you have a thing?
She and I have problems.
Romantic? Ken says it very sympathetically. Romantic. You know.
He looks at you and he goes, "No."
Oh, tension of it then? Maybe?
How about y'all just go in and I'll wait here?
Alright. We can talk about it after.
Please,
And Ken
no.
will wink at Grief.
You head in to, it's not a labeled shop. It's clearly an alchemy shop, as you see that it is not, it looks like a shack that someone has absolutely dumped thousands of bottles in front of. The door is reachable. You have to step over some vials that are laying all over the place in jars. And as you get close to it, the smell of acid and solvents is almost overwhelming. These are smells that you're very familiar with. Immediately in front of the door, when you step in, there is a small counter that is like the only clear space within this building. And you see there is a simple label in the middle of the counter that just said Swirla.
Swirl.
Swirla, Swirla. And then the rest of the structure is just filled with jars and vials of chemicals. Some of them are labeled, some of them are not. Some of them you immediately recognize as volatile, toxic,
Delicious.
explosive. There's none of them you think are delicious. Just as a warning. But
As we walk in here, Scythe is just gonna start staring at Spring.
yeah, so Spring, this you recognize most of the substances in here. But you see suddenly a hand sets a jar of a green powder that you immediately recognize as arsenic. And standing up behind it you see is a goblin who looks up and says, "Ah, hey, customers, hi."
I have
Hi.
heard. Oh, hi. I have heard that the most beautiful goblin ran this alchemist shop, and I was not prepared for how beautiful you are.
Keep going.
You are such a creature of grace and loveliness.
And she,
Grief-
like,
Grief could not say enough about you.
Uh-oh.
that little
Ken.
shit. Where is he?
Language here.
Uh,
Do that.
we met him outside the city.
Oh, I bet you did. Where the fuck is he?
I don't know where he is at this moment.
So anyway, you were saying?
He thinks you're beautiful.
Okay. You haven't talked to that little fuck.
No, not much. We're not close per se.
Okay, so what did you want?
Well, I did want to see you.
Well, here I am.
We also brought you a thing of such rarity, such as yourself, that I don't think that you could pass on seeing it. And then he'll turn to Spring. Do you want to show her?
Spring will sigh and say, because Spring was
Also-
like anticipating going in here and just having like a normal, just like easy, just like one interaction, and
I
she's been
just
looking
te-
at Ken in like increasing horror this whole time.
Keep in
And she will
mind,
look at-
just
she
to
will-
add to the Kenergy, he doesn't have a shirt on.
It's true.
Yeah, he also doesn't. Yeah, he also doesn't have a shirt on. She's just
Wow.
kind of looking at it. She sighs and she looks and she kind of deadpans and says, "Would you have used for a seismokinetic cancellation gland? It's fresh."
Yeah.
Show her how beautiful it is, just like your eyes.
It's just like two beautiful balloons in your face.
If you're trying to stick around after the deal, I'm all ears.
Oh.
I mean, maybe. I don't have anywhere. Actually, I do have somewhere to be. I do have to parlay.
Spring will take
But
out
after that,
this. Just completely baffled, openly completely baffled, and let the goblin see this thing.
All right, let's see what you got. And she like unwraps the studded leather shirt and looks at it and she says, "Okay."
Oh, Ken is also shirtless.
Yes,
Yeah,
Right.
we said that.
we said that.
Sorry,
said that.
it just clicked with me.
Okay, the
do you
goblin.
guys know at home that Ken is shirtless?
Oh. Good to know.
Ken is shirtless, everyone. The goblin Swirla is looking at this, the seismokinetic cancellation gland, and she inspects it. She like lifts it up very carefully with a pair of tweezers. She begins to like poke at it, and she says, "Yes, good shape. You didn't harm it in extraction. I can do great things with this."
Amazing. I'm
Can I ask
excited to see
can I
what
ask
you
what-
might see.
Can I ask what you would build? I have some ideas of what I would build, but what would you make?
Well, first and foremost, there's a lot of problems out here along the coast. I'd make a seismograph.
What kind of
Oh,
problems
okay.
do you get along the coast?
No.
There's
stop
been a
it.
lot of elemental
Okay.
intrusions, and a seismograph
Alright,
would help us find and deal with them quickly.
There's been intrusions?
Oh yeah.
What kind of intrusion?
Creatures from the water plane, creatures from the earth plane, creatures from the beastlands. They just slip through, and
Is
That
it
has an
because
effect.
Is it because
Like a
of
Leviathan.
I've not heard of a Leviathan, but I'd believe it.
Is it because of the dragons around here?
Oh,
Probably not.
I thought you were gonna say, is it because of all the Banasite I heard is in the water?
Because all the Banasite we dumped in the water.
Oh, but the dragons protect you from it, right?
I mean, they like to think they do, I'm sure.
One of them helped us when we were fighting the creature that this came from.
Of course, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
And then
I'm gonna gamble it wasn't Gria.
No, she's a bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I have anything against her.
Okay. I'm not gonna tell her. I mean, especially if you're planning on sticking around.
Of course. I just have to parlay and then I'll be back. I could come back. I really want to know more about what you do here. I heard really interesting things about you extracting Banasite from the water.
That's just refining. It's like a side
Mining,
gig.
extracting. Kind of the same, right?
What do you know about Banasite?
Not much.
Well, one of the reasons the ocean is the color it is because it's full of Banasite.
So do you take the water out and then you drain the Banasite from it?
You're really dumbing it down, but yeah, that's basically it.
Is the water colorless afterwards?
Nah, it's just blue.
What do you do with the water afterwards?
Put it back.
I thought you said that the Banasite made the water that color.
It does, yeah.
But then wouldn't it not be blue?
Do you know how big the ocean is?
No.
There's so much water. Like,
No, never seen it.
I could never... Every refinery on the planet, every single alchemist with a little test tube kit could harvest their life's work of Banasite, and it would basically do nothing to the ocean. There's so much.
Does it like regrow or anything, or is it?
I don't know. It just never seems to run out. I'll say that. That's like saying you take all the salt out of the ocean. Like, good luck.
Do the levels change sometimes? Like, is the salt and the Banasite level, like, do they change?
Well, mathematically they'd have to, but in such small amounts that it doesn't make a difference.
Okay, so you don't notice, like, oh, that this is a good Banasite day, this is a bad Banasite day, or anything?
She, like, looks out the window at the ocean and she says, looks like a good Banasite day.
Oh, interesting. Sorry,
but that's
do
every day.
Fascinating. You do fascinating work. Like, I couldn't imagine being so smart as to be able to extract magic substances from the ocean.
This is okay.
He's like getting increasingly more offended and obviously so.
Swirla is just like smiling and she's like, oh, it's basically Alchemy 101. It's like the first thing you learn how to do. But I mean, I really appreciate you're so impressed by the least I can do.
I'm very impressed. I'm sure that you could impress me more,
I'd love to show you my test tube collection in the back.
Yeah. I'll be by later.
I'll be waiting. But I really would like to buy this gland. Based on its condition, maybe 230 gold.
That's the best you can do for us? For me?
I mean, I already bumped it up a little.
230.
Roll a persuasion.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, if you show up later, okay, with that promise, 270. I can give you 270.
I'll come collect later.
No. 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 I think we should be paid now.
That's fine. I got plans for you later. And she will like reach down behind the counter.
What plans?
And she like breaks open these wooden, basically they look like wooden containers, and she sets 27 platinum down on the counter in front of you.
Spring will take it, put it in the bag.
And as she like picks up the gland, she carefully sets it into what you recognize is a bag of colding. Spring. It looks
Can
like
I
it's
have
been.
my shirt back now.
All right. She slides that across to you.
Sniffs it first.
Ken will put on his shirt. Don't worry, guys.
It's a little sticky right in the middle where the gland was. It maybe just
Oh,
like
buddy.
is a little squidgy where it was holding the gland.
You can also mutate it if you want, I guess.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it has. Oh, we'll see you later. Or I'll see you later, at least.
I can't wait. And she like raises her eyebrows at you, and then she
I want
picks
to
up.
roll an insight check so bad, but I'm not there.
Do you need to? She
Yeah.
picks up the
This
jar
is
of
not
arsenic and she says, "Oh, I forgot
wanna
about
know
this."
She has terrible plans.
She picks up the jar of arsenic and like retreats back down the steps. I'll see you alone. And she like is
you
gone.
alone?
I'll see. That's what she said.
Honestly,
Ken, are
I'm
you really
impressed.
going back there?
Yeah, absolutely. After parlay.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
my god.
You get it.
What is Ken's type?
I think we're learning.
I think living.
I love them little and green.
I think he
Um,
likes them interested.
Listen. Little people need love
As
too.
after we're a little bit away from the shop, Spring will say, I had no idea you were so into artificers.
I mean, I'm interested in anyone who's interesting.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna go get a shield. I'll meet y'all back at the tavern.
Did I say something to offend her? Is what he'll ask Griffix. Who obviously is very insightful.
Huh,
Great.
what? What's going on? Yes, I think you did an excellent job selling the Seismo Mechanic clan.
Thanks. Thanks. And then he'll clap Griffix on the back. I'm like, hey, let's go get a drink.
But I thought the way that you worked in the Banasite levels was real smooth. All right, that's 10 out of 10. That was awesome. I think everything else was a smokescreen, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
With what kind of smoke screen?
Oh, okay. I didn't know what your deal was when we first met, so I didn't want to assume. But are you saying you like them green?
I mean, I don't dislike him green.
What's wrong with
No,
grief?
no.
Grief is right
Grief.
next to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is a bro conversation. Let's do it. Griffix and Ken.
Right. It's one thing that, it's okay to like green, but you give the impression you like green.
Which is also
It's not
okay.
like I don't exclude other colors.
Is there something like wrong about someone thinking I'm attractive, Griffix?
Well, no, everybody has a type. Am I
Mhm.
your type, Grief? Do you
Grief like
find me
leans back
attractive?
and looks at you like for a long moment.
Wait, do you think I'm attractive, Griff?
Fuck yeah.
Grief is like looking at Griffix and he says, "Sure."
Oh.
And then he looks over at Ken and he's like, "I mean, maybe throw a little humility, and then yeah."
That's been
I've
Sai's
never
laugh.
been a braggart. I
Okay,
would say.
it's the ego you walk around with. Okay.
I didn't realize I was walking around with an ego.
Did you not tell everybody you were a prince?
Yeah.
I'm not there. That's out of.
Grief just shrugs and
Lost
says,
prince.
"Maybe just something I picked up.
Yeah, maybe Grace
True.
is real observant.
Prove me wrong."
Do you think Shirtless attractive, Grief?
Shirt? No.
The
Swirl?
shirt?
Swirla?
Yeah.
No.
Hmm.
She's fucking crazy.
What's your deal with her? Because she seems very upset with you.
Why? What did you say to her?
I said nothing. I just mentioned that you
I
said.
said,
Oh yeah?
Oh,
Why?
wow.
She seems real upset with me and you didn't mention me at all in any way?
All I said was that you said she was an artificer.
That's not all he
Just
said.
Liar.
That's-
Deception.
Roll a deception, please.
I mean, I think he probably has to roll a deception at disadvantage because Sai just said that's not all he said.
Oh.
Okay, then yeah, you're rolling at disadvantage.
Deception and disadvantage. God dang it.
he still rolled really well. A
Yeah.
natural 20 on one of them.
Grief
Oh my God.
is he's got good insight. He just kind of like
Fucking
shakes his head and he
gaslighting Grief.
says, "What the fuck? I said we had problems,
Broke the bro code.
and you immediately are like, hey, blah, like vomit my name at her. Thanks for that. I'm gonna have to deal with that later."
Well, tell me what your problems are. Maybe I can help solve them.
No, I can't trust you with fucking anything. Obviously,
You can trust me. You can trust
that's
me.
exactly what someone I couldn't trust would say to me.
It's true.
But it is also something somebody you could trust would say.
Somebody I could trust wouldn't have to say it to me.
You know, potato to potato.
Right. Ken, this bridge is burnt. Let's just fucking get to the tavern and get with the rest of them.
Alright.
Grief.
Yeah.
Should
I'm
we
not
be
buying you a drink
concerned
then.
when Ken
She's
goes
so
on his
mean.
date with Swirla later?
You. Bleh. Should I be concerned? I mean, maybe, like, go get a lesser restoration.
I see.
Food?
What? It's a goblin, and she's gross.
But she's probably not gonna harvest his liver or anything.
No, she probably just wants to bone him.
Okay. That's fine.
It's a goblin thing. Anyway. She,
I
like,
didn't know that about goblins.
the civil ones? Yeah, they just are horny, I guess. In my experience.
Is this Amaranth lore?
No,
I-
it is not.
This is
Personally,
This is Grief's experience.
Is it Amaranth lore that goblins are horny?
Well, they only live like 6
Yeah,
or
they're
7
probably
years or
horny.
you
They
only
don't
live-
live long enough.
For 20 years, you're gonna...
Yeah, they're real horny. They got to be. The species would be extinct.
They're like
So,
the cicadas that are like. Here.
Yeah, once you go, they just scream. What are you saying, Brinch?
I already forgot.
I can't
the only
blame
thing
you.
The only thing I was wondering is like, is Grief green? He's green.
Yeah,
right?
he's green.
Not all goblins are. Not all. I'm sorry, kobolds are green.
Kobolds can be a variety of colors. Green,
He just
red,
hates
blue.
Dragon.
Yeah, he just
Right,
happens to
right.
be green.
Ugh.
I didn't intend that when I made these NPCs. It's just how it happened, so Grief is green.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And there are 3 dragons on this island.
2.
2 and
Uh,
grief.
Gria.
And Grief. Gria
Gria-
and Roku, or whatever his name is.
And what about
Archon?
Kayla? Kayla is not a. Is she a dragon?
No, she's
No,
not.
she's the leader of this little
Okay.
copper mask hold.
Because it's getting crowded around here. I just wanted to take a head.
With greenies.
No,
Um,
with dragons.
You've heard Grief refer to the bronze dragon as Norcath.
Yeah,
Or-
the guy that just saved us. Oh, kind of saved us. He appeared at this fight.
He would have saved us if we had not already.
Can we not give him credit for killing the dinosaur because we did
You
that?
did that. You did that.
I did land the final blow, but you guys did help.
Mhm.
So I'm willing to
The
share.
entourage of
Right.
Griffix.
Yes.
From what I saw, you killed him. Let's go.
Right.
Can there be one little exchange between Sylvie and Doll before the rest of them arrive at the tavern? Because I had one thing I wanted to say.
Sure.
Sure, we had plenty.
We
of
will
time to
jump
discuss
back to
the
the
process way
tavern
there.
as the rest of the party is on their way. However, before we do that, Spring, you go and buy a shield from the
Oh,
traders.
right.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Frank.
Do you want to RP this out, or do you just go buy a shield?
I'm fine. I think that of all things, Spring needs a normal interaction with the merchant.
Is it
but
so horny?
Yeah, although I do want to say though that like she is visibly more relaxed in like a trading situation because this is like the thing that she knows.
Okay.
So like I don't, but we don't need to RP it out or anything.
Okay,
Just tell
I
me how
will
much
say
it would be.
you observe the trading district, like the merchant area of Hidden. It more appears like almost the sort of trade you'd get from like a druid circle. There's a lot of rangers
Oh
and
my god.
forest goers within this area, and you can find a metal shield or a wooden shield. You can find either, whatever one you're looking
I
for.
think I need a metal one to make a repulsion shield. It doesn't need to be magical because I make it magical.
Okay, roll me a d100.
Okay. I guess I would also be on the lookout for like where's this stuff coming from? Like does it look obvious? Is it kind of like the Ceresian helmet that we found? Like does it look plundered? Like what is the quality? That kind of thing.
Hold on. Okay, so you rolled a 34. Hold on.
Oh my god.
You find an old metal shield that you can roll me a history check.
Sure. That's not very good. 15.
Okay, this shield has a symbol of these 3 stone pillars with an eye that's covered by 2 of them on the outskirts, and you can see the center of the eye in the middle. With a 15, you recognize this is a shield of the Grey Watch, which is an order of old mages in KO, who basically, it's kind of a quiet faction, but they are part of the mages who maintain the Dragon's Gondola.
Okay. If it's good quality, she'll take it.
Yeah, it's a good shield. It's clearly secondhand. It costs you about 15 gold.
Okay. And just because I'm in a shopping district and I'm thinking about it, I'm looking at. I couldn't really figure out exactly the right background to give Spring, but I do have a guild membership idea that like guild members provide lodging and food and stuff like that. I imagine that doesn't really apply.
That is not
Right?
going to
Because
apply in a smuggling town, right?
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Not
Okay,
much
cool.
here
Just
is
figured I'd check.
legally regulated by the guilds. You will begin making your way back to the tavern, and as we
Is there
jump,
anything else that I need to? Is there anything else I need to get to make a new repulsion shield? Is there anything else I should get while I'm out?
no, it's one of
Okay,
your artificial infusions. You just do that over a long rest. So, before the rest of the party joins, Doll and Sylvie, you're still at the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So they're like, Sylvie's probably finally a drink in. Like, she had pushed the amalgamation of nonsense aside to like just settle for whiskey. So she's probably tipsy.
Okay.
And she'll look over at Doll and say, "Can I run something by you? I just had like a thought over the past couple of days ever since we landed on this fucking island.
Sure.
And I figured you'd be honest with me.
Hmm.
Because I don't think you've ever not been honest about your genuine opinion or feelings about something ever."
Yeah, I don't really care enough to lie.
Yeah, right. So, you know how like a lot of the Mariguard teams have like names,
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
and ours doesn't, right? And like that's awkward. I don't even remember what team number we're supposed to be.
14.
Oh man.
14. God
just
has
tell
reminded
people-
me.
I was gonna say let's just tell people we're Team 69. Hey.
That's hilarious. That's almost better than my. Honestly, it is better than my idea. I don't even know how I want to say.
You know
now.
what? No, go ahead and tell me. Go ahead and tell me.
Okay. I was gonna say, promise not to laugh, but if
Oh,
that,
well,
you know,
I'll
I
try.
want your honest opinion. So you know how we've been like bumping into a whole bunch of green shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking we could play off of that. Like this island is green, and Gria was green, and Grief is green, and I think Ken wrote a song about sleeves that were green.
Oh yeah,
That sounds like something he would do.
You're fixed. You're not there yet.
I know.
That was
Okay.
He's just
Brit.
remembering it on the road. He's like, Ken, sing
Oh,
along.
that song, the green one. So I was thinking like we could play off of that,
Uh-huh.
And like I
How?
came up with a kind of a really clever way of like incorporating that color, and then the fact that we're a group.
You
So I was
can-
thinking the green team.
Okay, that's okay.
What do you think?
I mean, sure.
We could be the green group if you like the alliteration better.
No, I think team is better.
Okay.
Green
I'm
group
like
just.
willing to workshop it because like none of us are actually green. Wait, Griffins.
Honestly, I kind of like that more.
The fact that none of us are green,
Yeah, I mean,
but
you are the
like there's
closest.
I'm more of a
You're like
teal.
you're like a sea foam, is what I would say.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, but it's kind of like an inside thing because we all know about all that green shit.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
dealing
I don't hate
with. Or
it.
we could be the green sleeves, like if we really want to
No,
play into Ken's
no,
side.
no. I do hate
Yeah.
that. No,
Oh, is it? Is it
absolutely not.
Ken?
We got enough Kenergy as it is.
Hershey. uh, okay. So, like, would you like, vouch for me if I pitch that idea to the group?
Yeah, yeah. I'll just be like, yeah, I'm cool with it.
That's
As
one vote.
as you're talking about this, an older white-haired man with glasses, who's like maybe like a couple stools down at the counter, he's like looks up from his book and he says, "The green team. I quite like that."
Uh,
Thanks,
will you
random
vouch for
stranger.
me when my friends get here?
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you told me not to talk
What's
to strangers.
No, I didn't. That's not what I told you. Goddamn. Like, what if I sound like a angry mother?
This is what he looks like, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh shit! I just closed the window. I don't want to
No,
see him.
I don't
I
want to
refuse.
look at him. Don't make me look. Thanks,
Alright, well,
guy.
Yeah. What's your name? Might be easier to. You got a handle?
The handle. What's your at?
He like hesitates for a minute, and then finally he says, you could call me Addy.
Addy. All right.
Mhm.
That way we can just be like, yeah, Addy said he liked it.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Down boy.
I could look up like synonyms for green,
Nah.
which I'm doing right now on Google.
See, so
Oh, what's a
Sylvie-
Google?
sometimes when you're letting somebody cook, you can let them cook too much, and then they burn
Am
it.
I overcooking?
Maybe a little. We like the green team. Addy likes it. I can go with it.
Okay. Because we could
Good
be
job.
like
No, good
the Verdant troop,
No. Once
the
again,
Emerald gang.
Would you or the green team be the folk I've heard of come over from the mainland on accident?
we did do that. Yes.
It's definitely an accident.
Yeah, we didn't mean to come here.
Right. Word's gotten out about you. Just
Oh, good stuff.
mostly that you shipwrecked.
We killed a courser.
Didn't know that.
Oh. It was green too.
Yeah, it was
Well,
green
it's kinda-
too. It was
kinda
mostly green.
Much of
Yeah, the green team did that.
much of this island is green.
That's what she's saying. Yeah, it's pretty good, right?
Mhm,
Pretty.
mhm.
Yeah. I can see where the inspiration came from.
Thank you. I thought it was layered.
Hmm.
And at this moment is when the rest of your team appears. All just kind of like piling in. The rest of you appear at the spoke of the helm, and you see Sylvie and Doll talking to a complete stranger at the counter.
It's Addy. He's not a stranger. Just kidding.
Yeah, he's my friend now.
Spring is the only one not there yet, and we will just handle that when they arrive.
Okay.
Hey.
Oh.
We saved you a seat. Oh shit, we were saying
Yay.
something.
Okay, that's what this guy Addy looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while his friends are coming in, Doll would kind of look at like there's the green team. He'll look at Addy and be like,
Yeah.
kind of tilt his head and be like, "So what brings you here?"
Oh, I've been here a while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On purpose?
Holiday.
Oh. All right.
He came to
Vacation.
Pirate Island on vacation.
He's a rich guy.
Hmm.
He says in an aside to Sylvie.
Yeah. Wait.
Only rich people get vacations.
Oh yeah. Yeah. True.
These are all your friends, then.
Associate.
I've like ambled up the others at the bar and then like
Ooh, a forged. I've not seen your kind around here.
plump both of her elbows onto the bar, kind of leans.
Yeah, that's Scythe. Hey, Scythe, this is our new friend Addie.
Hi,
A pleasure.
pleasure's mine. I need a drink.
Oh,
Oh.
Sylvia will tip the drink that she pushed aside over. I ordered you this one.
What is that?
Whiskey.
It's fucking vile. It's like whiskey and bourbon and I don't know, rum. It's like a mix. Don't do it, Scythe.
I'm not going
Unless you
to.
can't taste things. Can you taste?
I can taste.
Yeah, don't drink that.
I hate to be the guy, that person at the party. We do still have a parlay to attend. So,
Well, yeah, we're just lubricant, you know.
Yeah, I think Scythe can get one drink, Ken. Goddamn.
I know. I'm just saying, don't get too drunk. I don't. You guys have been here for a bit.
Go ahead and roll me. Anybody with a passive perception above an 18 can roll perception.
Okay, is he drugging
Ooh,
us?
that's me.
Is he drugging you?
I rolled bad.
No, he's not drugging you.
I rolled a 25.
Damn, dude.
My passive perception is 12, so I ain't rolling shit.
You catch Grief, like, who's behind, like, he's right behind all of you at the counter. He's like whispering something at Addie, and you see Addie just basically go, I'm worth a day off. Just leave me alone.
I didn't see it.
No,
I did.
Doll is the only one who caught that.
Doll's not gonna point it out in front of everybody.
Can I
Not
get
yet, anyway.
Is there
barkeep,
food
can I get
here?
a mulled wine?
The Harangon bartender slides in front of you and he says, "You want a what now?"
Mulled wine? Do you have a mulled wine?
Wine
Yeah, he
with
wants
mold
mulled
in
wine.
it.
Yeah, he wants molded
Yeah.
wine.
I
His favorite
have
thing.
wine. I have whiskey. I have ale.
Gotta eat.
I have bourbon. I have rum.
I'm gonna be real, that rum tasted like it came from something with mold in it.
It's straight out of the bilges, so it's been on a ship
Yeah.
for a while.
Do you have
Do you
any
have any
food?
spices to put in the wine?
I do have some food. I don't. Where do you think you are?
Tavern.
Yes.
He thinks he's at his palace.
I have salt. I have pepper. I have rosemary. And onion.
Okay, never mind. Can I just get wine, but can you water it down a little bit?
Put a little
How
umbrella
about-
in it.
How about I
Heat it
get
up
you
a
some
little bit.
wine, and I get you some water.
Can you heat it up on the stove a little bit?
What the fuck?
You have prestidigitation.
Shit.
Why do you want it warm?
I have a stew over the fire. I could put the wine in that.
Oh no. No, okay, just water and wine. Yeah, I'll mix it together. I'll make a miracle.
You look like
Oh,
the
no.
sort who can make do.
Thanks.
Yeah, he's real good at roughing it.
He gives you like this large wooden stein of water, and he gives you a tall glass of wine. Best of luck. For the rest of you.
Whiskey and stew, please.
Perfect.
Whiskey and stew.
I'll
It's
do the
quick.
Whiskey.
Mhm.
Whiskey stew.
You want
Look,
the
you
whiskey
don't have
in the
to
stew?
put-
No, I'm tired
That's
of mixing
not-
things that don't go together.
That's not necessary.
Okay. It's a mutton stew,
Oh.
so it wouldn't be great.
Oh god.
And he looks at you, Griffix. Anything for you?
I'll have a stew and a whiskey.
All right.
Also,
Whiskey.
He provides all that is ordered, and then Spring, you arrive.
She's got her new shield slung
Well,
on her back.
New to you.
Clearly different from her old shield.
Yeah.
Will I have time to take a short rest at this tavern?
Oh my god. Sure.
If you want.
Okay.
Um,
I just would like to roll a hit die.
while
Sure.
you're taking a short rest, Ken is not going to take a short rest because he's going to take his wine that he's going to pour together and make it heated with his prestidigitation. And he's going to take it over to a different corner away from his friends. And he's going to put his hat of disguise down and he's going to unsling his lyre and he's going to start busking.
You just changed in front of everybody. and looked different?
Okay. No, he put it down to like receive tips.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's just
I'm
gonna
with
bust.
you.
When you start
with-
doing that, Grief is over by your friends, and Grief looks at the rest of your team and he says, "He really doesn't know where he is, does he?"
Mm.
I mean, he's like an elf. He could be like old, like senile, and we don't even know it.
If he gets a
Dog kind
tip,
of looks at Addie and he's like, "Don't say that."
I'm not that old. It's fine.
Oh no, I'm
Anxi-
not talking about Addie. I'm talking about the elf.
Anxiety.
Oh wait, are you an elf?
His
I-
ears are pointy.
I am
Like
an
a
elf.
whole ass elf? Like all of you is an elf?
I'm not a half-ass one.
Still, what's wrong with the half-ass one?
Yeah, what
Just-
is wrong with the half-ass one, Sylvie?
To have elves that. Wow, I was.
No, Dog was looking at Addie.
Yeah, no. See, he was the racist one.
Was
Well,
I?
You started this.
Oh, I did the thing again,
Yeah,
doll.
you
Where
did. You said you wouldn't.
I know I don't even realize I do it.
I've been called a lot of things over the last 100 years, but a racist is the first.
It just. Sorry, man. Sorry, Sylvie.
I don't
There
even
are
know
elves.
what happens. It just does.
Grief
words
says,
come out of your
if he
mouth.
gets a single fucking tip, I'm gonna be so fucking impressed, honestly.
Okay, I need to roll for this. I'm getting a tip.
Roll performance.
Now he has something to prove.
Grief,
Oh, it's gonna
grief.
be so bad.
You should tip him like 1 copper.
Why would I do that?
It's an insult.
But then I'm giving him money.
Okay, alright, never mind.
A natural
Uh,
fucking 20.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah.
Roll me a d4.
Play green sleeves.
It's our theme song now.
No, he's gonna do the one that like is.
We are here, we are here, we are here.
Oh my god.
What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a
That's
I
Ken.
know,
fun.
Over the next... How long do you busk for?
Yeah, as long as
2
the
years.
long rest is.
A short rest is an hour.
Or, yeah, short rest. Sorry.
Yeah, don't do a long rest.
With a natural 20.
8 straight hours.
With a natural 20 for a 29 in this pirate bar,
Damn.
you get 3 silver.
Nice. You got it.
But he got a tip.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
3 silver and some goblin underwear.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah,
Don't
we'll
let
see
Squirrel
about
be
What
the
makes
sure
you
situation.
that
think
We'll
Squirrel
talk
wears
about
underwear?
That's a good
Oh.
point.
Yours.
Good
Okay.
point.
So, as you're kind of enjoying a short rest, eating something, any of you who eat the stew, you gain 6 temporary hit points.
It's good stew.
It is hearty. There's a lot of... It's basically mostly meat and onion and not really anything else.
The
Are
spring
there
is definitely
peas?
there, so-
No. Okay.
No peas.
Sad.
There are chunks of potato.
All right. Potato's
But
good.
Whiskery Pete, when he sees you all eating, he says, "I'm glad you enjoy it. Old galley food, that.
It's nice.
Not that it's from a galley, but it's the stuff. You know what I'm saying.
I get it.
Who wants a top up?" He slides the whiskey down the bar.
Me thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Doll's had like
Yeah, how you doing, doll?
Couple. Dolls
he's a
put
little
him
tipsy
back.
for sure. Yeah, he's probably a little drunk.
So you've been here for like a couple hours, and you getting a little drunk. Addie looks to your group and he says, "It's been a pleasure meeting you all. I wish you all luck." And he kind of closes his book and stands up. And then he says,
Man.
"Come on, boy," and makes his way out of the tavern.
On boy?
That's what he said.
To
Does
whom?
something
Does he
follow
say-
him?
Does he
Wait.
say that to say?
Is
You
it
didn't
green?
vouch for me about the name.
"Oh, sorry. The green team. Good name."
Yes.
And then he
What?
leaves.
Who's
Guys,
the
I had-
green team?
I thought of a name for our group.
Yeah.
Addie
name.
liked it.
Do you search
What?
for who
Where
he
are
was
their
talking
contacts in
to?
2014?
Yeah, I want to see who. Does somebody follow him out? Like,
Roll perception.
Otay. Otay, Otay. Oh no, it's terrible. It's an 11. I rolled a 2.
You don't know.
Oh.
You don't see anything.
Then I look at Grief and I'm like, what were you talking to him about?
Huh?
Huh?
Oh,
I saw you saying something to Addie and he said,
I
"Don't
didn't
leave me
say
alone.
nothing.
It's my day off."
No.
Man,
What?
Doll just gives him a look. Like, come on.
What?
How many times did I find you when you were hiding?
Once.
Twice.
Does
You've-
running away from
no.
a hag count as hiding?
That wasn't hiding. That was I was
You're
getting.
busking. I'm not fucking talking to you.
I was trying to back you up.
I don't care. Ken doesn't,
Wasn't
Joel
needed.
doesn't care.
Fine, twice. I'll let you have that one. Twice. How many
Okay.
times was I actually hiding that you didn't see me? Lots.
Probably a lot. And you helped us out. Listen, I'm not trying to measure dicks with you. I just want to know what that was about.
Well, I'm not going to tell you.
Do we need to be concerned?
No, really, you don't.
Insight.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead, roll insight.
23.
He genuinely believes this doesn't concern you.
Okay. Yeah, don't
So,
pick
like-
that up and just lets it go.
The green team, right? So, like,
Yeah, I
there's
think
been a
it's-
lot of green,
It's okay. I like it.
like around us.
I'm flattered.
You know? Yeah,
Why-
like basically grief for one, and Gria and grief, Gria, green.
Why, Gria? She's
What's
not
this
on your
place?
side. She's
She's hot as fuck, dude. What is this place called?
the spoke of the helm.
Holdrift.
No, the island.
Holdrift.
Oh,
Holdrift.
I thought I began with a G. Never mind, that doesn't back me up.
Green
Ken
drift.
wrote that song.
That
I
was
wrote that
before
song
we
way
even got
before
here.
We got here.
Oh
No,
my
well,
God.
no, you wrote it for Gria, or you wrote more of it for Gria. I don't really remember the.
Why are you all
timeline.
so fucking obsessed with Gria? She's.
I just
We
like
are
Gria.
not.
You
I
just,
don't
I'm not
care
obsessed
about
with
You just-
this.
I
you
would
just-
really like to see her again.
okay, I think I get the picture. Sylvie just wants to fuck Gria. Okay.
Yeah.
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 So
Welcome to the
guys,
party, pal.
green team.
Just so you can impress.
Yeah, like what if I rolled up and I was like, "We named our team after you," or sorry,
No, that's
I
not
named
why.
our team after you.
Is
She's
that
gonna
why,
say
Sylvie?
something like, "As
no,
you should have,"
no, it's
because
not the
it's a
reason
dragon.
why. But if it gets me late, I'll say it.
It won't.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, I'm vetoing it just based on. I don't mean to be.
I don't know that you have veto
powers.
powers.
Okay, I'm
I'm
voting.
fine with
though.
it except for the Gria thing.
No,
Yeah,
okay,
well.
so fuck Gria. That's the plan.
Yeah,
All the
yeah,
other
got that.
reasons.
Yeah, we
All
get
the
that,
other
but you want to
reasons.
do that.
Look,
Okay, here's our other option. We could be Team 69.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but at least Swirla isn't gonna like try to kill you or stab you or eat
That's
you.
part of the hot thing. Okay,
Why?
is there a shade of green that starts with C?
Chartreuse.
Hey, good one. Citron?
I was like thinking like because it doesn't have to be. I only like green team because it kind of rhymes, but we could be like the chartreuse.
No. No. No, you lost me. It has to be simple. We're not gonna be
You know
the
that old-
fucking verdigris
We have a
Avengers or whatever.
name.
Tale about that.
We have a
fae-
name.
not a good
Mariguard
name.
Contracting Team 14.
That's
You know
like that.
Shitty name.
That really
know
rolls
that-
off the tongue.
Tale,
It's functional.
The
Not
tale
very.
of what, Ken?
The tale of that like fae person that goes by the name of Green Man.
Do I?
Yeah, there's a tale that I've heard about a fae creature that goes by the name of Green Man. He's
Okay,
like
is this backing me up? Like,
I'm just saying, what if we incorporate that and we call ourselves the Green Man Group?
Oh my god.
we're not all men.
You're not all green
Right,
either.
but we're naming ourselves after
None
the
of us
fae
are
None of us are
green.
green.
None of us are green. Most of us are
Yeah,
men.
it's like ironic.
You want to?
Oh.
None of us are green, and you want to name us the Green Team.
It's about experiences that we've had together as a group,
Oh, I thought saying somebody was green means they didn't have any experience.
Oh, that's right.
or that they're envious. No, okay, let's workshop this. I'm thinking maybe we could incorporate the shipwreck somehow because that kind of brought us together.
No, we were together before we got on the ship, babe. That's why we were on the
Push
ship together.
us
No,
together.
you see what happens is she's trying to form identity on this island because we've been on this island for so long.
Yeah,
It's been like 3 days.
Sylvie.
yeah.
Sylvie. Do you have like
All
an
of
island
2024.
fever or something? Are you
What
okay?
about what about island fever?
Are you? Like, do you have it?
Do I feel sick? Am I hot?
Wow. I mean, kinda.
Why would we name ourselves
Yes,
after the
Green
courser
Team.
in some way?
That's a
No.
great idea.
Like, let's name ourselves after that little balloon thing. The what is it called again?
You want to be the seismographic gland?
Sylvie, or
Electroseismographic gland.
I thought it was kinetic.
Let's name ourselves that.
Seismokinetic
Electrokinetic-
cancellation gland.
Seismokinetic.
I don't-
Wait,
seismokinetic
hold on. What is
gland.
that? Seismokinetic. What?
Seismokinetic cancellation gland is what
I
it's
don't
called.
want to be a gland.
That's
I-
what.
I-
The skid.
Seismokinetic
Oh.
cancellation. Let's just name ourselves that, not the gland part.
No.
What about the
Seismokinetic-
seismos?
God.
Do we
I'm
I'll
have
get
not
off
sure
the
if
bar
it's-
Okay,
stool.
well, obviously I'm open to workshopping it, but I thought like simple and like really got our point across.
Well,
like,
I feel like simple goes too simple, you know. Like if we go like the seismokinetic kinetic cancellation.
dolls that I was cooking.
I think you guys need to think about, like, maybe you all should be able to say the name of your team.
Add
I look at that.
singular, I think.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm never gonna say it no matter what it is.
Me neither. Spring has fully lost interest and is like tinkering with her shield.
Okay.
Trying to make herself a new repulsion shield.
You notice that the shield seems to have some latent magical resistance effects
Really?
based on
Okay.
its history and the faction that it was from. You suspect this shield was likely used by a Templar.
Okay. What do I have a sense of what it's resistant to?
Your AC increases by 1 against bludgeoning, slashing, or piercing attacks.
Hell yeah. Fuck, I have heavy armor master this whole time. I could have had 3 less piercing damage. I keep forgetting that.
You got to remember your stuff. I can't remember it for you. I don't even remember my own stuff.
I know. I have a little post-it note for it and everything.
So
So make sure that you mark down you have a Shield of the Grey Watch, and it gives you +1 AC against slashing, piercing, bludgeoning.
Give me the shield of the green watch.
Ooh, green watch.
Why
is
not just
cool.
the green
I
watch?
think as she
Not bad,
she
right?
discovers
I
Green
like
Watch
that.
actually sounds pretty good.
as she discovers that, she'll be like, "Huh, something good did happen today." Keep
You
thinking.
like my name that much?
No, my shield
Oh.
is magic. Well,
Oh.
more magic than I thought.
What do you mean something good? Didn't you sell all that shit?
Made
Yeah,
a tidy profit.
Yeah.
we did. We survived, and that's also good.
I'm in favor of that.
But I
As
didn't think I would have to buy a new shield, and I guess it's good that I had to.
So
What about the profiteers?
no.
isn't
No,
that
that's
like an
not-
illegal practice around war
Yeah,
or
that's
something?
That's not a good thing.
Is
Okay.
It's an insult. Yeah.
it? Oh. Is it?
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that you would call me, Sylvie.
If
Didn't
you were
I
being-
apologize to you?
Wow, that's fucked up.
What do you want from me?
Yeah, she's real grumpy.
I like the Green Watch.
Thanks, Scythe.
I do too, because it has the green part.
And the watch, which is something that we theoretically should do.
No way he got... No! She fucking put coins in his hat! Oh! Fuck!
I'm sorry, Grief. It was a real tough day for you.
So about this parlay, is there a timeline that we're supposed to head to that tent?
Today, while the suns are up,
All right. Well, I finished my stew, so whenever you guys are ready.
All right, let's go.
as you all begin to make ready to head over to Chieftain Kyla's tent, that is where we will stop tonight's session.
They're stopping
Okay.
flight. It is getting late.
So it is. You guys are not all prone, Jesus Christ.
Sylvie's
the
been on her
floor.
back this entire time.
Just laying on the
She's been
floor. of the
dragging
tavern.
herself everywhere.
Oh, I bet that's why I couldn't move myself.
Probably.
Oh no!
You did what to yourself?
She
I was
was
trying to
he
move
was
myself
prone, so the
earlier.
character wouldn't move. Oh no!
Real quick, guys, before we end, Spring will distribute the profits of all of this endeavor. Is 211 gold each, with the leftover 6 for that she'll toss to Grief.
Yay.
Hey, thanks.
He
Hooray!
helps.
So I did. Okay. As all of you take account of that extra money finding its way into your pockets, we will come to the end of the session and
Hey.
get to the players' votes for inspiration, starting with Brinch. Who did something that you liked that you think worthy of a point of inspiration?
What's it? When Ken was healing somebody when they were lying down, and she just went with it and stuck her feet in the air, or he stuck his feet in the air, and yeah, so that's it.
That was pretty funny. Okay. Meg.
I don't know. There was so many good moments. I'm gonna go for Brinch for Griffix. I enjoyed a couple moments. I enjoyed the dissonant whispers and like the calculated, like, well, yeah, it's gonna it could run away, but I know it's low on health, so I felt that
It's
that was really
crushed all,
calculated
though.
and smart. And then also the bro moment of like talking about what are you into? What are you into? Would you be into me? I enjoyed that. So Griffix for the point.
That was good.
Hellfrog.
No, I didn't write one down today.
No one did.
So,
I'm voting for Sylvie.
Oh, hey, that's me.
Yeah, that's you. Because when Doll asked her to like try and be a little chill, she made a big effort and she was like, yes, okay. And
She tried really hard.
She
and
did
she
try
still
really
failed.
hard. Which that's okay though. She tried really hard and it was cute and I liked it.
okay. Sylvie. Pen.
I'm gonna go with Ken for going full bard and seducing the shopkeep for a discount, and then probably following through with it.
Yeah, right.
Unclear. No
Because I
choice
want to
about
do that in every game, and I've never played a bard successfully, so maybe someday.
I want to change my vote to that.
It's still the same player. Okay.
I know, but it was a better
That was
reason.
great.
Okay.
It just got increased. Like, I felt Spring's reaction to my core, just like increasing horror of witnessing what was happening.
Fringe. Follow Fringe.
Hitting on the Goblin Alchemist. All right. Emily.
I'm gonna give it to Doll for the really clear way that Doll is like negatively reacting to all of this, like the way that
Oh, yeah.
the stress, like kind of, it's clear that the stress kind of got to Doll. That little interaction where Spring like was trying to make him feel better, and Doll was like, "Fucking don't fucking touch me," like that. It was really good. It was really good. I liked it a lot.
And last but not least, Sal.
Thank you.
Shit. Because, like, people have said things that I was going to say, and now I have to come up with a new thing.
You don't have to.
I guess I don't have to. I was gonna vote for Krabby Doll.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like the frustration felt very real, but also very icy. Just everything about this sucks, and like, oh my god, why can't we chuckle fucks get our shit together? And
That's a valid question.
yeah. And
Sylvie still hasn't told anyone about the note. Oh my god.
I
Yeah,
know.
so he's not
Oh,
bad.
I'm
That
the
is cute.
worst.
Yeah, Doll just thinks we're fucking
Really has not
stranded.
done
And
Yeah,
like,
we're trapped forever, and meanwhile,
She's like, I'll
Persia
deal
was
with it
like,
later.
Yeah, so does like.
yeah, we all think
this
that
is
we're
also-
stranded. Size
he's
is
like,
just
I hate it here. I hate everything about this.
There was a part where
Yeah.
Sylvie was like, maybe I should tell Doll, but then I just slipped my mind, so I guess it slipped hers.
That's fair. Weird
Which
drinking.
means we have a tie. Ken and Doll, Hellfrog,
Ken
and
Doll.
Meg. Two of you
no.
have earned a point of
No.
inspiration.
the father-son duo.
No.
No.
Don't worry, I'm gonna give you a sibling later.
Oh,
Yikes.
Goblin,
It's gonna be-
a goblin
it's gonna be-
A little
Is a
half
goblin
goblin.
elf a gelf?
It's gonna be just like a 6-foot tall goblin.
Elblin.
That's a hobgoblin.
Oh,
Okay.
No, it won't be buff. It'll be like real lanky.
They
A
can be
lazy
skinny.
hobgoblin.
As we come to the end of the session, you guys have a team name, the Green Watch.
Yeah.
If that is what you're sticking with as your team name, totally acceptable.
Sure.
I want
don't
It's
to.
better than the green team.
It is.
A little bit.
That's just what
I was
Sylvie
very
thought was a good
entertained
name.
by the Green Man group, but I'm also glad that we did not vote.
I mean, I also think it's funny that because technically, Spring didn't say it out loud, but she maybe muttered it to herself, and this is what gave them the idea. And now
The Grey
Spring
Watch to the
has
Green
to-
Watch, yeah.
Yeah,
And meanwhile,
now Spring has
is
to
like
live with
tinkering
it.
with
And
her
Spring is
shield.
like, I have a
wait,
Grey
what?
Watch shield. Like, Spring is never going to use this thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like several of the party are just gonna be like, yeah, we're Meriguard mercenaries. So I guess it's
Sylvie
Yeah,
is
we're
going to be so
Meriguard.
proudly proclaiming it to everyone she meets
Percia's just gonna be like,
because she
what?
half
All right.
helped.
Fun and exciting, the Grey Watch is one of the factions actually mentioned in the book that is going to be hopefully published.
And soon the Green Watch.
And soon the Green Watch.
Sure.
Thank you all for
Definitely.
playing
Gonna
with
be
me
everybody.
tonight, and to those of you who are at home or working, we love you. Hi, Penn. Hi, Emily. Hi,
Bye.
everybody.
Uh,
And I wish you all a good night.